Welcome back, everyone. We are back with Tyranny today. We will go ahead and introduce from the left this time.
I hate when you do that. I really do. I'm never ready. I'm Ruth, and I play Koi.
I'm Holly, I play Darky.
I'm Raven, and I play Goliath.
I'm Danielle, I play Sephtis.
I'm Jeff, I play Barl.
Nice. So, where we last left off, y'all had finally made your way out of the cave through a teleporter pad. And as you appear on the other side, it is immediately immensely colder than it was before. There is a sharp wind blowing, and as you kind of glance around, you seem to be on top of a snowy mountain.
The fuck? Why?
Looking around a little more, actually everybody roll me a perception. Oh, and your luck numbers.
Oh, I'm looking at 20.
22.
I need to roll my luck numbers too.
Oh, you're not saying luck numbers, or?
You can do luck numbers as well. I need both.
Okay, my luck number is 23, my perception is 4.
Nice. Clyde, you're just like, my visor's
It's
frozen over.
fucking cold.
Like the snow immediately just coats your visor and you're, I can't see.
Where'd Darky go?
Uh,
My perception is a 12, and my luck number was 46.
nice.
Yeah.
Perception is 22, my luck number's a 90. After 4 rolls, because I kept rolling 10.
My perception is a 7. My luck number is 47.
Yeah, we're so close.
Mine's a 10, and my luck number is a 34.
So,
Nice. Nice.
We're all just freezing our balls off.
what did you say you rolled for perception?
It's like 7.
And you rolled a 10. And you rolled a
12.
12. Okay. So, you three will notice, like, a little ways down, like, a pathway, there seems to be, like, a large, like, lodge. It looks like it's in a little bit of disrepair, but looks still functional, and it's gonna stay standing. But it's, like, coated in snow, and from where you are, you can see, like, a couple people milling around the area.
Sorry, I'm not prepared for this. How far away are they?
They're about 300 feet down the path.
Does anybody else see those fucking people down there?
Goliath will kind of like start brushing snow out of his visor, trying to like, I don't know, do I?
I'll kind of be like, which way, where?
I'll point that right down there.
As she points them out, you can kind of look down and you see the lodge. You don't really see a lot of movement.
Should we go down there?
Should we? Is that a good
Better than
idea?
standing up here.
All right.
You see Barl over there shivering like,
This is utterly ridiculous.
Koi just looks fine.
We take Goliath's hand and just fucking start trudging through snow down the
Oh,
fucking
okay.
path.
Guess we're going.
You can't see. You need help.
Right, yeah, I'm sorry.
Is there a tree line of some sort? Or is it just...
No, this is a mountain.
Okay.
There ain't no sneaking. We're just gonna walk up.
Yeah, I'm also into the colors of these seeing is the snow.
I mean, I'm mostly white, so.
We're just gonna push you into the ground and hope it works.
As you'll start walking... That was me, too. Damn it. As you'll start walking, everybody roll me a survival check.
Oh, I can do that.
Do you say that out loud? Barl just randomly goes, yes.
Okay.
What?
What?
He just says yes out loud.
Yes to what?
We'll figure that out later. I'm trying to get inside.
Okay.
Fucking freezing. I've had enough nights in cold for one lifetime, thank you.
25.
11.
7.
17.
11.
Okay, so you are actually the only one that sees this. Almost entirely buried by the snow, you see half-dragon tracks. And they lead past the lodge. You would also remember that there were stories of a half-dragon that was one of the main big members of the cult.
I'm assuming I'm probably at the back of this group because it takes me a while to trudge through snow this deep. And I will kind of just like, hey guys,
What?
do you guys remember about the cult? About there being like a half dragon among the ranks that wasn't Cyanrath?
No clue. Vaguely.
You would
Yeah.
actually know that.
I would.
Yeah.
Because there's half dragon tracks up here.
Nice.
So we're turning around.
Yeah.
Well, we can't
They're-
just wander through the snowy mountain.
They're leading like from like in the same direction you guys are going,
Yeah.
and then they like turn past the lodge.
Yeah, they go past the lodge. So
There's also a few other sets of footprints around them, but they're just
they're just
boots.
yeah. So it's very possible that the cult could be in that lodge.
So
I mean, that would make sense. We just came from the cult's teleporter.
Yeah.
So what I'm hearing is that we're burning it down.
I don't think we should be playing too many risks while we're stuck out here in the cold.
Well, we have two options. We can tail it back through. We go back through the cave and walk our happy way back to Waterdeep, or we can face the lodge.
Well, I mean, I don't care. I'm cold. I just want to be warm again.
Are we? How are we looking?
Can I roll a history to see if I can remember what who the half dragon was?
You never found out the name.
We never did.
Nope. You only heard that there was a half dragon.
I don't know if we're all ready to be facing the cult directly like that.
Did we have anything that we had to do back in Waterdeep still, or?
The only two things that we need to do are check up on Judal and my dad. Although we could go back because we do those of us who are physically connected to a what are they called? Like the Emerald Enclave, which I'm technically not connected to. We could find out more, see if we can give them information to let them know that there's potentially something going on up here on the lodge, and we have a teleporter to it.
True. We could go back and get that information.
But who knows what's going to happen here because, one, who knows if... Was the summoning circle buried under snow? Okay, so there would be no need to unbury it. Hopefully it stays here. We could go back.
You would also notice it doesn't seem to transport the snow.
Yeah, it just transports people and objects, I'm assuming. Or if it transported the snow, it probably immediately melts on the other end, but then there's no water on the floor. Yeah. So we could...
They literally just set it to where it wouldn't pick up snow.
That's true. You can't do that. I mean, Koi wouldn't know that, but I know that. So we could go back to Waterdeep, potentially gather allies and reinforcements and come back to the hunting lodge if the cult is actually here.
Shouldn't we confirm if the cult is actually... Okay, audio got cut off. We're back now. We're in the middle of a thing, and I just made a dumb mistake. I opened a door. Hello?
Yeah. Yeah. Quick recap: they got waved at, brought to the thing, given a room, door knocked on. Goliath had his helmet off. Answered.
Yeah.
There you go.
I wasn't thinking.
There's a woman standing on the other side of the door. She is a rather tall elf. She seems to have very pale skin, and she'll say, "Hello, I see you are the new ones, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
May I come in?"
Of course.
Goliath will open the door for her.
she walks inside, and from behind her, another woman walks inside. She's kind of got her head down and kind of just like looking at the floor. And
What is she? Is she also an elf?
she's a human. The first lady that came in has this like long white hair. She's got the big pointy elf ears. I think like Hyrolean like ears. Hylian. And then I think it said she had blue eyes. She just looks like what you would think of a snow elf, essentially, but you know that doesn't really exist. The other woman is very like golden blonde hair, blue eyes, and she seems to be wearing like nice-ish clothes and like a little bit of armor. You two roll me a history check.
It's a disguised blue eyes one track.
They call me Kaiba. I take out my deck. I want to play Kaiba in a campaign. I want to start every round of combat with, I take out my deck. I draw 2 cards. I rolled a...
Drawing out of a deck of many things is a terrible, terrible thing. Don't do that.
I want to play a campaign that's Yu-Gi-Oh! But people use decks of many things.
Oh my god. I pulled Exodia. I'm sorry.
No, it's
I
more
pulled
like,
this card. I die.
yeah, no, literally, it's I pulled this card. I get a bunch of money.
You're so
I
now
want to
trapped
write a
in the
Yu-Gi-Oh!
pool.
campaign so bad now.
Oh my gosh, that would be so fun.
Anyway,
I rolled a 16 in history.
I got 12.
Okay. For some reason, this woman, the second woman that came in, feels very familiar to both of you. Something about this triggers some dormant memory of yours, but you can't like pull it out. And for you, this woman just seems very, very familiar. You can't quite figure out how you know her, but you know her.
Okay.
The first woman says, "My name is Talus. I run the lodge here."
It's a pleasure.
Yes. What are your names?
I'm Kyla.
Sarah. I'm sorry. I thought the other people were going to start.
I'm Kane.
Sephtis.
Grog.
And now, your real names?
I'm Goliath.
I'm Darky.
I'm Coy.
I'm still Sephtis, actually.
Fair enough.
I'm Barl.
Can Goliath attempt to cast Zone of Truth on her?
Sure.
Hey, if we're being full transparency here,
Yeah,
I want it
like,
both ways.
You like start casting, and she's like, "You don't need to do that. I don't plan on lying to you."
But what if that in itself is a lie?
Feel free. I won't resist.
Fine.
So,
What about your friend here? What's her
Closer to
name?
Goliath. This is not good.
this is Sylvan.
Sylvan. Okay. Have we met before, Sylvan?
She kind of like looks up. I don't believe so.
I feel like I've seen you somewhere or something.
She loses your gaze.
So, I'm gonna.
She
Goliath's at the front, right?
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, technically y'all are just all in the room now
Yeah.
because she came in.
Yeah.
I just want to have a hand on someone's shoulders, constantly casting the cantrip guidance. Like, I'm rolling bad, so please roll for me. I'm gonna go with Darky because I don't want him to use Goliath's combat dice by accident.
I'm done using it for the night.
The,
it's already fucked me over.
the
Well,
second
I'm
lady-
sorry.
Combat dice that whole time?
So it's Sylvie is the blonde woman?
Sylvan.
Sylvan is the blonde
Yeah,
woman.
Sylvie's
and
one of my characters.
Talus is the elf.
Okay, Goliath will offer Talus his hand.
And she will shake it. Now, And before she starts speaking, actually, when Sylvan like moves away from your gaze, she kind of like looks across the rest of you, and when she looks at you,
I am hideous. It's fine.
no,
I
Don't be
didn't
like
say
that.
that out loud.
God,
I can feel your thoughts.
I can see that look in your eye.
Sorry. Anyway.
Bruh, you're the only man I've met who's prettier than me.
Excuse?
I'm not pretty.
Yeah, you are.
I can't look up into y'all's faces very easily, so I'm not gonna say nothing.
Okay, anyway, sorry.
Don't insult yourself like that.
She says, but when I heard that you guys had come here, I figured I needed to come talk to you.
What about?
If you don't mind, may I ask who you are? Like,
DADISS the White.
I figured that out. You are quite white.
don't be rude.
I'm not being... No, it's just, I mean... Sorry.
I am DADISS the White. This is my assistant, Sylvan Gleesover.
Okay.
I, as you have probably already guessed, am a high-ranking member of the cult.
Right.
I put 2 and 2 together.
I figured you were smart enough to get this far, you'd be smart enough to figure that out.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like you would also be smart enough to hear me out.
Okay.
I know that you want to stop us. Obviously, I don't want that. However, I know a way that you can do some damage while putting me a little further up top. Gets us both a win, let's say that.
Okay.
I need you to take care of something for me.
What is it?
I'm assuming you mean take care of something.
Yes. See,
Right.
you are smart.
A little bit of a...
Now, I might be somewhat higher ranking. There is one that is just over my rank that shouldn't be, and I need them removed so that the superiors can understand that I should be in that position. And what better way to do it than with the adventurers that wanted to take us down all along?
If you don't mind, my question. What are you going to do with your newfound position if you get it?
Well, I will continue trying to resurrect Tiamat, of course.
Right.
However, you will all still be around, I'm sure. I can't imagine that this worm will be able to put you down. And it'll be a fun challenge that afterwards, when we've both gotten stronger from the experience, we can clash together as we should be.
Worm, as in half-dragon?
No, worm as in the thing that lives in the ground,
Okay.
eats dirt.
I was making sure.
Oh, I
Goliath would like to, as she's talking, he wants to study her, just like if she has any like jewelry or a necklace or anything like that.
She has a little bit, but not very much. She has a ring, and then she has like a small necklace.
Does any of it like have like the cult symbol on it?
The ring has the cult symbol.
Right.
The necklace is just like a necklace. It doesn't even have like an adornment on it. It's
That's
just
fine.
a chain.
Ring's good enough for me.
So what you're saying is that you think we can do this favor for you and then you can just take us out later anyway?
We could probably just fight. No,
Well-
if you'd really like.
Well,
There's about 150 of us here.
yeah, I'm not looking for a fight.
No.
What I am curious about is if you're even going to let us go, or if we're going to be consequence-free after taking care of your problem.
Well, after you've taken care of my problem and your problem, I will be promoted, and then it won't be a problem for me. Then the only problem would be the two of us.
What happens if... So there's someone above you.
Yes,
Is there anyone above them?
of course.
So what happens if they find out that you essentially hired a hit?
They won't, unless you say something, and then, well, the
Why?
deal would be off at that point.
the deal that we just help you and then fight anyway, I'm not following what you're offering us in
If
return.
we squeal,
I'm
we're
offering you
gonna be dead
information
regardless.
I mean, there's a
on
fight
how
no matter
to make
how.
a large dent in your issue.
Well,
Do you know where to go from here? Do you know who to go and find? Who to go and kill? How to stop the cult?
Yes.
No.
Coy, why would you...
Bud, I'm sorry, that bluff was about as believable as
It wasn't a bluff, but it's fine.
Darky's gonna get in between Goliath and the lady. The way I see it, the way I feel like we all see it, is that no matter what road we go down, there is a fight at the end of it.
Yes.
So, if I am understanding, this is the easiest path for all of us, because I don't think we want to fight a bunch of people today.
certainly not 150 of them.
They would more than likely kill us outright.
I am offering you safe space here.
Because if I'm understanding correctly, it's either we take your deal or you fight us.
Yes.
We don't have a whole lot of choice then, do we?
She like whips around. I know this is not ideal.
It's fine.
Sure. What is?
So-
I think the only thing I'm going to ask is that you have to guarantee that we can get out of here safely after we take care of the problem.
Of course. He's not here. I will
We
be
have to
telling you
find
where
him.
he is.
I mean, like out of this place
Well, of
currently.
course. Why would I
Why would she
kill
kill
him
the
off
people?
my own hitman?
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
So, the one that you are needing is in Skyreach Castle. Skyreach Castle is a floating fortress that that was constructed for us by cloud giants.
Look at me. I swear to God, I thought you were going to say Skyrim.
Oh, no.
The imagery of the four of us on the cart in the beginning.
God damn
Oh,
it.
good, you five. You're finally awake. Immediately came to mind.
I thought you were going to say sky high.
Wait,
and I was
who's,
like, yes.
who's the one
high
that's
school.
muffled? Sephtis.
Seth, because he's into it.
He likes butt stuff.
It's like
Jay,
a ball
'cause they got
gag.
tired of it's Jay because they got tired of hearing him yell at them.
Or Jay's still here.
You said storm giants?
Cloud giants.
Cloud giants.
Cloud giant cloud.
It is currently docked. I couldn't think of the word. It is currently docked in the city of Parnast.
Hey.
PAR.
N-A-S-T.
Thank you.
That should sound familiar to you.
It does.
If you can get there and get onto the castle before it leaves in about 2 weeks, you should have no issue with getting there and dealing with the problem. They won't be expecting you.
Problem being,
Who was the name of your problem?
Right. So, oh shit, where'd the name go?
Don't
It
even remember
is-
your guys' names? No wonder you haven't been promoted.
Goliath
Horrible
dies.
management.
I'm sorry.
someone should call HR.
Yeah, I'm gonna call HR.
HR.
Sylvie, are you HR? I'd like to file a complaint.
Sylvan.
So, I have a character
I
named
know, I
Sylvie,
know,
and I
I
keep
know.
thinking of them.
And she'll say, his name is Varam. He is a dwarf. You will be able to tell who he is because he looks to be the most important, unfortunately.
Right.
Most dwarves carry themselves like they are, but that's fine.
Yeah.
It's not racist, it's true. They're very proud people. I respect
It
that.
can be true and racist.
No, he's just kind of an arrogant cunt.
Oh, okay.
I've had plenty of those in my time. It's fine.
Well, that is all I need taken care of. Anything else you would like to do there, feel free.
Okay.
I do not mind.
Do you
Worst case,
need the castle?
I can acquire it back later if need be.
Oh, so you're telling us not to destroy it?
You won't be able to destroy it.
Well, that's not what the bomb said.
If the bomb goes off right as you guys reach the castle, you just win.
Nice.
We gotta get there.
We dive bomb it.
Can you make this last 2 hours?
Hi, conjure animals.
No,
Cow
you're not
bombs.
getting to the castle today. You probably won't even get to the castle next session.
Nice.
So do you have anything for us that'll help? Maybe like a
Well-
layout of the castle, or
She has information. That's
Right.
It's just valuable.
I will get to that. For now, you all seem like you're about to freeze to death.
Yeah.
So I will leave you to rest for a little bit. If you need to find me, you may come to my room, and she will give you directions to her room. And she will say, and if you need anything while you are here, feel free to ask Sylvan here.
Right.
And she just...
Thank you.
okay,
I'll have food brought to your room.
Thanks.
kind of food.
The food type.
The free kind.
Is there any kind you need in particular?
The edible kind.
No, it's just that
Do edibles?
last time where we stayed, the food was kind of shit.
I
So
assume
he
you were-
brings up a good point.
I assume you were talking about... What was his name? Greasy Pete or whatever?
Yeah, something
Pete
like that.
something Pete.
Gristle.
I can assure you our chefs are far more capable.
And not
The
as
best thing he
talkative.
gave me was a salt lick.
Here
That's
we
not
have gourmet
surprising.
Peter.
You know, Gory Ramsay.
Anyway, food will be brought to your rooms.
Appreciate it.
Thanks.
And then she will leave.
Does Sylvan just stay here? Like,
She stays for a minute and she kind of like, did you need anything else?
Is there anywhere? I mean, you guys have 150 cult members here. This is a big building. Is there anywhere they go, like, to train or anything?
Yes, there's an area out back.
Outside? That sucks.
So be it. Goliath is just going to start heading there
I don't know. I'll follow you then.
if you want.
If you guys are gonna leave her alone, I want to talk to her. If she'll like talk to me, like,
Who, Sylvan?
yeah.
What are y'all doing?
I will offer you my druidic furs since you're going outside.
Thanks. I look cool in these, and I'm going to go train.
I just
there's any
imagine it's
cloak,
a,
your helmet back on,
it's
or
a
no?
9.
He doesn't bother. If they fucking know who he is, then, like, fine, whatever. Actually, no, he will, because he's still training.
Technically, the rest of the cult doesn't like explicitly know like they're here. They just know like, hey, don't fuck with people that are here right now.
No, he'll put his stuff back on you.
Okay.
With his big fur cloak from Barl that's, like, kind of big on him.
I
Okay,
think
it's like 2
I
sizes
feel
too
like
big.
yeah, I feel like it's like
It's
like
me.
a big like pimp jacket to you that's got like the fucking shoulder pads out to here.
Me and Raven's like suit jacket. You mean?
Yeah.
Great. I thought you said my soup jacket. I was like, I wish I had a soup jacket.
And since they're
That sounds
furs, you can
dis-
just kind of throw it around
That sounds
yourself one more
disgusting.
time. So.
Like one of those suits that has the pocket for alcohol, but it's just soup. Just
It's just soup instead.
oh, there's a noodle stuff again. What's Darky doing?
Following
Well,
Goliath.
I was gonna follow Goliath, and then I was like, do I want to talk to Sylvan? But she's just gonna follow Goliath.
Okay.
I was gonna check if there was anything to drink around here.
Are you just gonna wander around and look for something to drink?
Yeah.
Okay. And then Barl.
I don't know. I'll probably go chill by the fire.
Maybe I'll
Okay.
grab some crackers from Paco or Inky if I can find any.
Okay. I assume that means you re-summon him.
Well, yeah, I thought I did anyway, but
He's like shivering occasionally.
And if
Even
we're
though
gonna
he can't
if we're gonna
technically
stay
feel
the
cold.
night, I want to cast detect magic.
There's magic fucking everywhere.
It's specifically in our room.
And you just see everything within 30 feet of you. There's nothing particularly magic in your room.
I just wanted to make sure there weren't any like
Other than us.
ruined.
Oh,
booby
no,
traps.
no, there's no like traps or anything.
Okay.
So, you two head outside. It's pretty fucking cold, but if y'all are gonna go out there and like train, it warms you up pretty quick.
We need some kick-ass burgers.
You go looking for something to drink. Let me see, is this...
Actually, I'm a big boy and I need food.
Well, food was going to be brought to the room,
Yeah.
but they didn't say alcohol would be brought to the room.
So, as you kind of ask around, they'll just kind of like point you to a room that you eventually end up to, and you open it up. It's a kitchen. The spacious kitchen is a hive of activity. A large stove against one wall contains a roaring fire with a bubbling stew pot and shanks of venison suspended above it. Strings of onions and herbs crisscross the ceiling like webs above cluttered tables. Preparing meals are 4 humans, 2 men and 2 women. All are within arm's reach of boiling water, cleavers, and knives, and their stares make it quite clear that they don't like company.
Y'all got anything to drink in here?
Nah. And they seem like they're ignoring you and going back to their shit at first, but then one of them just grabs a bottle and dunk onto the fucking counter.
What is the bottle?
It's whiskey.
Sick. Take it. Were they going to cook with it?
You don't cook with whiskey. You cook
You
with
can.
wine. You cook with wine.
You can cook with whiskey, bourbon, wine, beers,
Gourmet Pete.
vodka.
Don't tell them how.
Gourmet Pete? Is that what you
Yes. There's
Gourmet
Greasy Pete and there's Gourmet Pete.
Oh my
Greasy
god.
Pissing him off.
What happened to Gristle Pete?
Gristle Pete's the old guy. I don't know. This is Gourmet Pete.
No,
This
it's
is
like in
Thunder
Paper
Brother.
Mario. You know how there's Zest tea and then there's Taste tea?
Yes. Love
It's
it.
like that.
Listen,
All chefs gotta
Chef, I don't think you should be telling the 5-star world-renowned chef how to cook.
It's fucking raw!
This is the most dangerous guy here. Let's not fuck with him.
Roll me a perception or history. Just seconds. Sorry.
Oh, no,
I'm
I'll do
just
something
rolling.
else.
Oh.
Which one is better, or are they the same? They're the same because of how I had to change my stats. So that is a 13.
You realize the door over there to the right in the kitchen, mapping it out in your head, would lead to where you're sleeping?
I'm gonna go check out that door.
Okay, you open the door.
Yeah.
It's your room. Jay's sitting on the bed like, the heck? He's wrapped in one of the blankets.
Why does the kitchen lead directly to the room?
I don't fucking know. Doesn't matter.
Hey, y'all. I'm gonna ask the chefs.
They just
Why the fuck's the kitchen lead directly into a room? And how did we not hear it from in there?
thick door. And they continue cooking.
I'll
Okay.
go for perfectly sculpted ass cheeks are on the door. You know I like bun stuff, right?
I'll take the whiskey and go back into the room. I'll offer some to Jay if he wants any. Warm me up a little bit, maybe. The whole reason I left was to try to give Koi the chance to...
Right. So,
Yeah.
during all this, because Jay is just kind of sitting back there, just as they all leave. Are you still in the room?
I wanted to go
Sit
to...
by the
Oh,
fire,
sit by
he
the fire.
said.
That's right. So
Well,
as
what
they all leave.
Wait, what?
What?
Nothing. I said I wasn't done, but that's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go
I
ahead.
prepared anyways. I was gonna go see if I could take out my hand axe, put it in the fire, and cast absorb element.
I guess I thought absorb element only lasted a minute.
It is until your next melee attack, and I wanted to do it so I could try to take it in there and use the energy to warm.
Oh, Mr. Text. Sorry, I couldn't buzz. I could have sworn that it had a 1 minute duration.
1 round,
Oh.
so even less.
Yeah. So, technically, but
I didn't have it prepared anyway.
Right. So then, as y'all are all gone, Sylvan starts to leave. I assume you stop her.
Yeah, I would stop her.
Yes.
Is she actually looking at me?
Sort of. She like, her eyes like flick away every now and again.
Okay. How did you find yourself in the void all the way up here?
I joined the cult and ended up being Talus's assistant.
Do you enjoy being a part of a cult?
It has its benefits.
So how long have you been with the cult?
Probably about 3 months now.
Do you ever miss being wherever you started? Where did you come from, if you don't mind me asking?
You see her kind of like get lost in thought for a second. I don't remember.
Don't remember anything?
I just don't remember the town I came from.
Like by choice? By spell? By something's damaged your brain?
I'd rather not talk about it.
So that was going to lead me into my next question. You've seen a woman who looks like me, just like a 1.5 foot taller, pointy ears, elfie.
No, I'm sorry.
Anybody in the cult match that description that you've seen?
We have many elves that are here, but none that I can think of that look like you.
Wow. Alright then.
I'm sorry.
One day I'll find my mom.
I'm sure you will.
And I'll let her go.
Mothers always have a way of finding their kids. And she'll head out. Anybody else want to do anything else?
After like an hour or two, I'll go back inside.
Okay. You just gonna stay out
Like,
there?
is there like a dummy? Like,
Yeah, there's like training dummies and stuff. Some of the cult members are like practicing their sword slashes. There's a few people that are like training with like wooden weapons, like sparring with each other and stuff.
Goliath will just aggressively beat the shit out of this dummy for a while.
I don't want to do my horn, but I do have a low intelligence stat.
As you're just like aggressively beating the shit out of this dummy. Occasionally, like people are like, training with their own, and they're just like,
What?
Hey.
I really want you to cast Smite too when you hit it.
Goliath will let out after like the third or fourth person that's like, he will like,
and they're not like, "Da-na-na." They're just like, man, that dude's going to town. Like
Goliath will kind of just like smite into the dummy and march back to the side.
and they're just like, everybody just like eyes away, like
The dummy probably fucking like splinters and shatters at that
yeah,
point.
it just and like the top half of it just flies off, like, and they're just like, oh.
He'll like haughtily march back inside.
They were just impressed. They weren't like,
Fuck these guys! They're the cult. I don't want their fucking impressed with me.
Hey, down.
As you were heading inside,
Why do I get the feeling you're like down and then you're like petting him and he's like
as you're heading inside, all like blustering and all that, you bump into someone who, sorry, sorry.
Hello? Apologies, my bad.
That's okay.
Was she like headed outside?
She was just walking through.
Ah, okay.
You like walked in the back doors, and she was like walking across.
Goliath quickly looks around. Is there anyone else around?
There's like a few people bustling around in like the area, but
Goliath's just like, "Hey, whatever." And he takes off his helmet and is like, I didn't have a chance before, but since we're apparently working together.
she takes your hand without looking at you and shakes. Roll me a history with advantage.
Come on, fudge ass. Don't fail me now. With advantage, that is 16.
You've felt these hands before. You recognize them as one of the few gentle touches you've ever received.
Darky? No, I'm kidding. What is this disguise? And I pull the mask.
God said gentle.
You pull the mask off, and it's the fucking like demon Darky from before.
No!
My fantasies.
Goliath squeezes her hand just a little bit tighter.
She kind of like tenses up for a second.
And he, my friend,
Can I talk to you in private?
Fine. I just keep in mind your boss said you weren't allowed to hurt me in any way.
I'm aware. Follow me.
Fine.
She will lead you to a room relatively near where Talus said her room was.
Mm-hmm.
And she will, like, the entire time not looking at you, she will open the door and say, "Please come inside."
Goliath will, at some point while they're walking, he put his helmet back on. He'll kind of like, out of like comfort, kind of like touch out his sword, and then walk in.
She follows behind you and closes the door. And she will say, "Do you remember me?"
Am I supposed to? I know my friend Sephtis said he might know you.
I should have expected that. It has been a while. How have you been?
Fine, I suppose. I'm not very good with small talk. How have you been? I don't...
Well,
Yeah, that's more my girlfriend's thing.
I've been better.
Well,
No, I haven't. But
I would have assumed working with a cult, you were at least getting something out of it.
it has been useful.
Right. I mean, the only two cults I've ever met seemed happy enough, so...
I know. I'm glad you made it out.
Of the cave? It wasn't
No.
hard.
Goliath, you don't even remember my name.
I don't know who you are.
Right.
I've met a lot of people in the past couple of months. I'm sorry. And, I mean, I did travel for 10 years.
I've been looking for you ever since you left our village.
Goliath freezes up a little bit. Which village would that be? I've been to many.
The first one. The one that I freed you from. 10 years ago. Goliath, I'm your
Goliath
mother.
stops her. And kind of... What's in this room?
It just seems to be a small bedroom.
Okay, he will...
Probably hers.
I figured things. We'll take off his helmet. Set it on like a nightstand.
She like looks up and like meets your eyes again for the first time, and you get this wave of familiarity. And she looks at you for a moment, and then
That wasn't a village. That was a cell.
I know.
I might be safe.
At this point, am I remembering who she is?
She just said.
Yeah, but he stopped listening.
That's what the wave of familiarity was.
What do you want? You've no reason to hurt me anymore. I don't know.
I don't want to hurt you. I never did.
Well, then explain the first 15 years to me, because...
Goliath, I never laid a hand on you. I actively tried to get your father to stop. I'm the only reason that you're not dead.
Fine. And so what? Hold on. You left one cult for another cult? I'm not following your...
I'm using them the same I was your father. I'm using them to find you. Admittedly, when I was younger, I used your father for much selfisher purposes, but... This cult has power and information, and I thought I could use it to find you, and I did, just not in the way I thought. And I never expected you to bring Sephtis here.
How do you know Sephtis? Last I checked, we did not have a 7-foot-tall tiefling sitting next to me as you all hit me for 15 years.
No, that was later. That I should probably explain to the both of you. That will come later. For now, I'm so glad you're alive. And doing well, it seems.
I think I'm doing okay.
You seem so strong and capable now.
Mm-hmm. I'd like to think so. Maybe... Can I be back in a minute?
Yes. I know this is probably a bit much.
Right. And he will leave the room.
You'll see she just kind of like sits down and kind of just gets lost for a second.
Goliath will go back to our bedroom that we're all in.
Okay.
I
I
don't know
believe
who's there,
everybody
who's
should
not.
be in there except for Barl. Unless you just went to sit.
Me, please.
Oh, sorry. Unless you just went to sit by the fire for like a few minutes to warm up.
Pretty much to warm.
Okay. And you come back after a few minutes.
Goliath walks in. He's missing his helmet. He's kind of like a little flushed, like...
Welcome back. The snow get you bad?
Yeah.
Face is all red.
Where do you know Sylvan from?
I don't know.
Because she knows you.
I thought so, okay, because she looked really familiar, but I don't remember where from. And she didn't say.
Everything okay?
Rack your head. Just You would have known her at some point in the past
Roll me history.
10 years.
If I'm there, can I cast guidance?
I was gonna say, is anybody holding
Sure.
the whiskey bottle
Okay.
at the moment? Because if not, Chloe's procured it and is getting drunk.
Go
If Goliath
fucking
notices,
yeah.
he just takes it from you. No, you're 17.
Oh, come on, man.
We're in the middle of the fucking cult. We shouldn't be getting...
What's
Says he's
going
thick.
We're safe here.
Fine, think.
Get an extra D4.
So that's a nat 20.
Okay, never mind. You don't need it.
This flash appears in your head,
Barry Allen. Oh.
and all you can think of is a symbol, a circle, a magic circle. You don't recognize the patterns from it. However, your perspective of it is not from the outside, it's from the inside. It's lighting up with this bluish green fire. A fire you would recognize. It still burns on your tail. And you keep trying to focus in and look around and try to remember where you are, and all you see is silhouettes except for one face, Sylvan, and then it goes away.
Were any of the silhouettes recognizable? No. I'm sorry, man. I'm still not completely clear on where.
Fine.
I've seen her before. I know I have.
Fine, we'll figure that out later.
Why?
Is
What?
everything okay?
Can I borrow you for a few minutes?
What's wrong?
Nothing. I just need your mouth. Not like that. Wait.
Barl's eyes immediately
No,
just...
hold on.
Can I have that whiskey back?
No.
I need your
I may need it.
Like she might need it.
social skills. And potentially your ability to yell.
I can do that.
Okay.
Can you?
No, you stay there. You're cold.
And in a much more hushed voice. And I'm kind of scared. And you make me feel safe. So
What's wrong?
nothing's wrong. It's just, please.
She's gonna take your hand and be like, "Okay, lead the way," but then she's gonna lead the way. But not
You
really.
don't know where.
Tell me which direction we're going.
Can I have that whiskey back?
You'll direct her there.
Yeah, man.
No.
Lead the way.
Barl does create or destroy water.
I have that prepared.
But doesn't that only destroy the water?
I think it can affect any liquid.
Oh.
I believe it is water because it specifically states water.
Then it's just
So that would just make it more alcoholic.
Can it do...
That'd actually make it less
alcohol, too?
alcoholic. It would water it down.
It creates water.
If you create water.
Oh, I thought you said destroy. Like.
Oh,
I
it's
thought
called
that's what
create
you
or
meant.
destroy water.
I thought you meant
Nothing's-
destroy.
Oh, no.
I just do what you're really good at doing.
talking.
Yeah.
How much does that do I
Fucking.
I want
Wait.
No! Don't you dare! And Goliath will knock on the door.
Come in.
Wait, what room is this?
And Goliath will lead her in.
Ah,
Okay, so.
you. What's going on here?
Listen, I am not great with words, and I will be the first to admit I don't feel the safest around you, but I do feel incredibly safe around her. So, Sylvan, this is Darky. I want to marry her someday, if that's okay with you.
Yeah.
You
Darky,
found a partner.
this is Mom.
My real name is Sylvan Marigold.
Sits in between the two of them.
I'm not asking you to hurt her anyway, but I'm not very good at talking, and it's
I
a
feel like
lot.
she steps in front of them with like a sexy leg and just like...
And I don't know what I want to say. So maybe if you just yell things, one of them will feel right.
What has been said?
She helped me get out.
I assume y'all are catching up.
She's been looking for me. She's using the phone to finds me, apparently. She knows Sephtis somehow. He doesn't remember it. He doesn't remember it.
Well, no, that's not surprising.
And I just don't really know how to handle this kind of situation. So, I mean, you seem to be really good at hating your parents, and I thought maybe you'd be really good at hating my mom. Not that I necessarily want to hate my mom, I just don't know if I do.
It would be fair if you did.
I don't know.
Considering everything I've heard, yeah, it would be fucking fair. So what's the fucking story? You just fucking let that shit happen?
I did my best to prevent
Clearly
what's
not.
happening.
What, 15
made
years
sure-
of that shit?
I made sure that his father would not kill him.
Oh boy, the
I-
bare fucking minimum.
Tried to make sure that they didn't hurt him as much. I ended up, in the end, when I thought he would be old enough to make it on his own, I freed him and distracted the town long enough so that he could run away.
Freed him, you let him wander, you abandoned him, is what you did.
I did what I had to. You see she's, like, tearing up. Did everything I could.
Well,
So what do you want now? What are you trying to fucking get some kind of redemption?
I just wanted to make sure he was okay.
like, kind of like, I'm still here. Look, Mom, I don't really know how to feel about you, but if I were to try to rationalize what you're saying, I mean, it sounds like you do love me, and
I always have.
Right. And I, over these past few months, have learned that there's a lot of gray in the midst of two black and white ends of a spectrum. And I've also learned, quite thoroughly, that love is scary. And you're kind of scary. And so maybe if I tried hard enough, I could learn to love you too.
That would be more than I could ever ask for.
Right.
More than you deserve.
Well, Goliath will kind of lower his voice, but not so much that she couldn't hear it. She's like, listen, if you can learn to love me after all the people I've killed, I'm sure I can. Have you ever killed anyone?
She let a whole town abuse you for your first 15 years of your life.
But I didn't die, but you did say yes. Listen,
I've done what I had to.
right. So,
How do you fucking live with yourself?
Barely do. I've only really made it this far because I wanted to make sure he was okay.
It sounds like a fucking bullshit reason.
this might be a bad idea.
Regardless, that was
I thought about it.
that was my reason.
And so far, every single set of parents I've met are the shittiest fucking parents in the world.
Coy's dad was pretty nice.
I'll never think that I was a good parent.
Well, mate, look, I have only learned recently what love is like, and it's scary and it's intimidating, and I don't really know what I'm doing half the time. But I wouldn't change it. So we can try. I don't know what you would like to try, but I've never had any kind of family-like relationship with a parental figure. But I mean, it's as much as I won't lie to you, a part of me hates you, because a part of me can't help but blame you for everything that happened. If what you're saying is true, and if you do love me, and if you did everything in your power to keep me as safe as possible and help me get out of there, that's gotta mean something. So,
Well, you're just gonna take our word for it.
I don't expect you to forgive me or to try again.
and I'm not saying I'm necessarily going to forgive you. I'm just saying I can make an attempt.
Just hold my fucking anger back. Look at you.
Anyway, so
They're not enough to attack.
do you want to like hug? I don't.
You see, she like almost like curls in, like she gets scared at that notion. I don't know. I never really thought of what would happen after I found you.
Right. Well. Every time you roll, I feel like it's just like right behind it.
Well, the number is slowly actually going down.
I'll stop rolling. You're making me scared.
Like, it started out high rolls of like, okay, she can fucking keep the anger back, and now like it's slowly declining.
Dun 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 dun.
Goliath will kind of move up to be like right in front of her, kind of look her up and down, and
Darky shoots a glare.
you
That was just glare.
you have my hair, or I guess I have your hair.
Yeah. And she'll kind of like clutch at her hair.
Right.
And you've got my eyes as well. Well, I wish I could have stopped them more.
Right. I also wish you could have. If I could ask before I commit to trying here, I mean, are they still there? Are they?
No,
What happened?
they're all gone.
Gone? Like they moved?
Gone.
Right. Did that have anything to do with you?
I couldn't let them continue.
He will, almost like he's never done it before, give her a hug.
You see, or you feel she just tenses up. She doesn't uncurl.
Right.
She, Darky, you can see like tears streaming down her face.
Darky fucking tenses up. This like they hug. She's just.
That's mine.
She has to like face away and like glare at a wall.
Well,
Darky's just gonna barge out of the room and storm out.
You feel your mom like tense really hard when she
Slam the door on her
busts
way
out
out.
of the room. I'm sorry.
it's not. It was selfish of me to ask her to come. It certainly made me feel a lot braver, but I should have known how upsetting it would be for her.
Please go make sure she's okay.
How do I, like, contact you?
And she's gonna pull out a sending stone. And her hands are like shaking as she tries to hand it to you.
Do I have to like gingerly take it?
It's old. Like, really old. You can also see like marks on it like that have been like worn in from being held so many times.
Does it have like a worry stone mark? Ooh, yeah.
Goliath kind of looks at it, and he nods and takes his helmet off the bed and just kind of, good night then. And as he makes his way to the door, he stops in front of it for a second and just kind of like, nice to meet you, Mom. And leaves it. Is she still in the hallway, or did you go back?
No. She's outside.
Goliath gingerly.
She's smiting the dummy.
She barged outside, summoned her scythe, and is just eldritch smiting the fuck out of a dummy.
As soon as you like walk outside, like shing out your scythe, everybody's like, and then you just threw a dummy, and they're like,
And she's fucking screaming profanities.
everybody's just like,
Oh god.
I do
Goliath.
not see it. I do not perceive it.
Goliath will make his way to the bedroom.
as you are walking through the main area, you just hear.
Goliath kind of rolls his shoulders and
I caused an issue.
I love her. And she loves me. And then continue to the bedroom.
How much of this whiskey have I managed to consume?
Depends on how much Barl would have allowed you to, I guess.
I wouldn't allow you to drink.
Come on, let me
No,
drink.
you're
Give it a
underage.
shot.
But I am allowing her to drink.
She's 17, Seth.
Roll con with advantage.
And that's old enough.
No, it's not.
Some countries it is.
Not
Not-
here, it ain't.
I actually don't know what
it's a
the
soft
Faerunian
20.
rule is.
It doesn't even affect you.
Nice. Great.
Um,
Oh, that elf wood.
As he
I wanna
gets
be
back,
buzzed.
To prevent it, Barl's gonna take it and just.
I
Roll me a
wanted
con with disadvantage.
that. I
Yeah.
want that.
You pissed Darky off.
Well, it didn't matter because they're both sixes on the die.
She's pissed.
Seth, can you procure more of that?
Yeah, I can.
Can you?
No.
Oh, y'all are.
I think we should maybe be careful with just how drunk we get.
This
that's
is
a
before
9.
you got back.
Oh, okay.
So that's a 9.
You're just gonna get back to like.
Jay's sitting there wrapped in the blanket. I'm gonna fucking drink it, Jesus.
Jay, is it okay if Koi has some, do you think?
No.
No?
Why
No.
not?
Why not?
She's fucking 17.
And?
She's gotta be at least 18. Wait, shit, no, 21 isn't it?
No.
I thought it was 16.
It's fucking 18. Or 21, one or the other, I don't.
Okay, what about if it was wine? Is that better?
No.
How
it's
is that-
alcohol?
That's like barely alcohol.
Yeah, until she drinks fucking 3 bottles of it because you've gotten wasted deep.
Well, then
Well, I
I'm
was
not
over
gonna
here
let her
like,
drink 3
I'm gonna
bottles
let
of
my
it. She
friend
probably
Seth
can't even
find out
fit
his
3
past.
bottles of it inside her
Seth
tiny
was like,
body.
I think they're minor drunk.
So
Seth has other priorities.
How about if I just let her have like a glass?
I mean, I've already had alcohol in this life.
Did your parents let you have it?
Yes.
No.
And then, you
I
know,
thought you didn't know where your parents were.
I had parents before I left.
Wait, how long have you been missing your parents?
I left for like 2 years. I left at 14.
See, I thought you've been like orphaned as a child and
No, I have my
wandering the
parents.
world.
No, I have parents.
Yeah.
Loving, wonderful parents, unlike
Well, she
everybody
can have
else.
a glass of wine.
Cool. I'll go get some.
I'm gonna.
No whiskey.
I'll like get up and go probably procure more, I guess. And this time also because I forgot last time get some bread for Paco.
Are you walking into the kitchen again?
Yep,
They
apparently
all
it's
just-
right there outside
They
our
all
room.
just
The Minotaur took all the whiskey. Do you have any wine?
You see one of them pick up a jar of wine, or like a thing of wine, and just pour it into the food. No.
How about champagne? Do you have that? That's like the same
fuck is
thing.
champagne?
It's wine but fizzy.
Ugh.
At this point, Barl's gonna use his wild shape to turn into an ape. He's just on the ground.
I want to come
it's like,
over.
What in
yeah.
the hillbilly
I want-
fuck is
About
this?
this-
I feel like
about this
I want to
time-
come over and do
Turn the
it
place
too.
on fire. About this time, you open the door and you see Sephtis like talking with like chefs across from apparently the kitchen that's next to your room, and you see Barl as an ape just
If they walk in, I'm just gonna look at them and just.
and Koi like, and
Goliath-
Jay's just sitting there.
Goliath will just. Seth,
Huh?
get over here.
1 second. Do you have anything that you're not cooking with that has alcohol in it?
You don't want to be. Whatever.
Dunk. They set another jar of whiskey down.
Sick. Grab whiskey. All right.
No
what
more.
is it? Yeah. What?
Stop
Never
the
mind.
tape.
What?
Just enter the room.
What'd you say?
I said I'm gonna stop the tippy taps and look at Seth.
So, okay, so Barl is.
Damn it! He takes the whiskey.
You know,
No.
it's still on the other side of
I
the
said
room.
no whiskey.
Why not?
She's a fucking
She's
17-year-old
17.
girl.
I hate all of you, and I'll go outside.
Oh, okay.
Smite. Druidic smite.
I mean, technically my attacks are not
Okay,
magical.
anyway, what are you doing?
Well, upon seeing all this, Goliath changes his mind and goes and sits next to Jay.
Why would they try to give whiskey to a little girl?
I don't know. There are much bigger things going on today than trying to get a minor drunk, but clearly that's what we're focusing on here, is having a good time. So, between you and me, I may have pissed off your surrogate daughter, and I will just sit here and wait for her to get back.
What happened?
Nothing.
You keep saying nothing's wrong. Well, I'm getting the
So-
hint
so
that
nothing
something
happened
might
and she
be a
just
little
stormed off.
Shut up,
wrong.
Seth. Focus on getting a minor intoxicated.
Apparently, I'm not allowed to.
Yes, you're correct.
Seth,
Look.
where are you from? That's just a thing that's okay.
Darky would let me drink.
Well, history.
Oh my god. From, but that's just a thing that's okay. That's a 9.
Can't remember.
I don't know.
Well, maybe if you were less drunk, you'd be able to remember.
I haven't had any.
Actually, yeah, he's sober. He's the one that's fucking
I
wasted.
can figure that
Yeah, he
out.
drank like the whole fucking bottle. That's why I had to go get
Yeah,
more.
to prevent her from drinking it.
He's now a crocodile on the ground, just
Just crocodile.
like rubbing his belly on the.
Right.
He's never been drunk.
Well, I hope you enjoy drinking. As for myself, I don't think it's wise that we get intoxicated while in an inn full of members of the cult.
I
Well,
wasn't
I
planning
had
on
one
getting
sip.
fucking wasted like he is.
Well, I don't think even Buzz would be wise. Who knows what would happen?
I had one sip just to get some warmth in me.
Yeah,
That's different.
you would get a little bit warm.
I don't think offering a 17-year-old who clearly wants to get slammed out of her mind whiskey is as small as giving somebody a shot to get warm.
I wasn't gonna give her more than that.
Yeah, well, she has her ways.
Regardless, it,
Something bothering you?
no, nothing's bothering me.
That's a lie. But I won't make you answer the truth if you don't want.
Great. Anyway, yeah, I pissed off your surrogate daughter. It was once again unintentional, and she means well. She's not pissed at me, if that helps you feel better. Oh, wait.
Who's she pissed at then?
Is it a sending stone for her? Are you mad at me?
I have to answer, don't I? Or else I won't.
No, you don't have to.
You don't technically have to answer, but
It
if you
just-
don't answer within 1 minute,
It fizzles.
Right.
yeah, and you still get the message. You
You
just
just don't have to answer.
yeah, and then you lose your 1 sending for the day.
Wait, what did you say?
Are you mad at me?
And she waits till the last fucking second. She's like, I'm fine.
You hear, I'm
And you feel another.
Goliath turns to Jay and like, is that like I'm mad, I'm fine, or is that an I'm fine, I'm fine?
I didn't fucking hear it.
It's in your head.
Right. Sorry, I'm new to these. I only have 2. One. I only have the
Where
one.
did you get the other one?
Found it.
No, you fucking did not just find it.
I don't think we should be stealing from the cult.
I didn't steal it.
Then where'd it come from?
Then you're digging a grave.
Fuck, I didn't even mean to do that.
Yeah, somebody give it to you? Why don't we all have one?
Goliath is just staring into a... Listen,
I'm like going into the corner that he's staring at and doing this.
You're being a little more mysterious
I-
cool guy than normal.
No, it's... I just...
I'm not here.
I'd like to phone a friend.
Or in some parts of the
Ring,
outside.
ring.
Well, no, I was going
Hi.
out back to find the
Ring,
the
ring, 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 ring.
You're
Banana
very
phone,
Seth,
motherfucker.
I'm really
Had a dummy.
Yeah.
drained
Screaming
and
profanities.
Yeah,
I
wait a minute.
really can't handle your boundless energy right now.
Aye.
You're very excitable.
Fine. Fine.
Thank you.
I'll like get up and leave the room just to.
I wasn't saying to leave, I just meant to...
I can't not be this.
Why?
so-
I'm just asking you to calm down.
I'm asking you to tell me what the fuck is
That's
going
like asking
on.
Darky to come.
What happened to you're not going to make me talk about it?
Well, then you found a sending stone that we don't know where it's from.
It's... so I can talk to somebody. It's fine.
Yeah, obviously that's what a sending stone is for, but who?
I'm not ready to...
Was it from the fucking leader lady?
Gods above. Sylvan's my mom. Is that what you want to hear?
What?
She is?
Great. Cool. We're clear.
I'm not in there.
Bar's not crocodile anymore, for sure.
I don't want to talk about it,
Oh, okay.
but since you insist on making that happen,
I didn't. I was about to leave.
well, you wouldn't shut up.
And then you didn't let me leave.
We were just trying to make sure you were alright.
I'm fine. It's just a lot to
Right,
process.
right.
This is so I can speak to my mother.
Right.
So, since the whiskey bottle is empty now, I'm gonna cast Create Water and just.
She, at some point, would,
I'm gonna need to be hydrated, okay?
at some point, she would like to speak to the two of us.
I went outside.
Okay.
But if you'd prefer to just go alone, you can. But she certainly knows you.
That's weird.
There was a lot that was discussed. She said that she would explain to the both of us. I don't know. I doubt I have any involvement in how the two of you met because I didn't know who she was until 30 minutes ago, so
You didn't know who I was until we met.
fair enough.
So.
That's usually how meeting people work.
Right, but
sorry.
like we didn't meet before all this.
Right.
Or if we did, then I don't remember.
Can I bless myself and make another con save?
To what?
Can I bless myself and make a con save?
Sure. Actually, roll to see if you can even, like,
Concentrate
excuse
on
me,
the spelling.
functionally use bless.
Oh my god, it kept rolling for years and that's a nat one.
I bless me.
You didn't sneeze. That's not how it works.
That's just so cool.
Wait, since I have it, can I accidentally cast a light on myself?
Ching!
You can see why I didn't want to talk about this now. Clearly there's other things happening.
There didn't have to be other things happening.
Yeah, but you wanted to get whiskey.
And then Barl's gonna
This is on you!
stand
How
up
is
with
this on me? I'm not the one who downed the entire fucking bottle.
Barl's gonna stand up with a
Trouble for
very
me.
shiny light face and be like, You kept trying to give her the stuff.
A little
She's
bit.
not even here. Who
not
are you
even-
pointing at?
Where'd she
Jay's
go?
gonna like grab a blanket off the other bed and like throw it over your head. All right, strobe light.
Like a fucking parrot.
I went nighttime. Where'd it go?
Nighttime. You know, I didn't even think that was gonna work.
Everybody else is the one who made this into some big fucking thing, okay? Like,
My,
to give whiskey to a minor.
It's illegal.
if I can explain where like I'm actually coming from on this, in many countries it is like perfectly okay.
Well, where?
but
Okay.
in this one, it's not.
Nobody
Right.
ever wants to give the 17-year-old child alcohol.
Again, Jay is like,
Druid
you can't
child.
give someone who's under 18 alcohol, and in reality, it's you can't give someone under 21 alcohol.
Darky
He just
started-
doesn't know what the actual law is.
Darky started young.
Yeah. And he didn't know,
Yeah.
or he would have beat your ass.
It's up to you when you talk to her. If you want me to accompany you, I can. But yeah, she's my mom. So.
In the best way possible, you don't seem like you can handle that right now.
I'm just
Sit down and decompress, man.
absorbing information.
Right. Right.
Sorry, I didn't mean to pry like
It's
that.
fine.
Shall I go check on Darky?
As much as I'm ready to be, he'll like hands on his knees, stand up. As much as I'm ready to be done for the day, that tends to. It was my fault that she was there in the first place. I should be the one to apologize or make her reassure her that everything will be okay.
You hear a distant.
You know, like kind of like.
Good luck.
You can trust her with me, Jack. Good luck with my mom. As weird as that sounds.
I don't like how you said that.
Well, you say a lot of weird things, so I'm allowed every now and then. When he'll make his way out.
You're making this weird. Do you head outside? Do you head over to Sylvan's room?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll start with you. As you get to Sylvan's room, what do you do? Door's closed.
I'll knock on it.
Who is it?
Sephtis?
Right.
Housekeeping.
Come on in.
I'll open the door and kind of like quietly shut it behind me. I'll be like, hey.
Hello, Sephtis.
Goliath said you knew something that I don't know, apparently.
Yeah. I don't have all of the details. But I assume that you've been having some memory issues.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and not the normal kind.
You. Again, I don't have all of the details, but
Anything you can tell me helps.
I was there when you were summoned.
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 Summoned by who?
Well,
Where?
the second cult I was in.
How many have you been in?
If I have one talent, it's finding and using cults to get further.
Okay.
I joined them thinking they would be able to help me find Goliath, and they weren't able to. Mostly because they were focused on you.
What cult was this?
What was the name of it?
Cult of the...
I think it was the cult of. It was some constellation. I don't even remember which one. It was. They worshipped some constellation as if it was a deity.
Hmm. Weird.
And they attempted to summon the deity. They, what was the chant? A visitor from the stars. A soul. A soul that doesn't belong. Something like that.
And they ended up with me?
Yeah. You stepped out of the circle, and, well, you weren't really what they were expecting, so they got upset. And they tried to get rid of you because they thought you were a failure, and you got, hurt and left.
How long ago was this?
About 6 years ago, I believe.
6 years ago.
I honestly never thought I would see you again. I didn't even know where you ended up. I think they cast some spells on you as you were running off, but I didn't know what. I also saw you got hit in the head several times, and you were bleeding quite badly. I figured maybe that affected your memory, especially since you didn't seem to remember me.
I remembered you like a tiny bit, but not very well.
Right. I'm thinking maybe one of the things that they did to you is locking away some of your memories. They probably did that so that you wouldn't remember what they did. I don't really know.
So, where did they summon me from? Obviously they summoned me to there, but I had to come from somewhere.
They, like I said, the chant said a visitor from the stars.
Some other plane, or?
Maybe. I don't honestly know.
So anything before 6 years ago that I remember is fake.
Possibly. For all I know, we summoned you from this world. I don't know where you came from before that. I only know that we summoned you there, and some of the fire that was in the summoning circle. Guys,
Y'all.
please. Some of the fire from the summoning circle ended up burning you a bit. Such as your
Fire look like this?
tail, yes. I also know that you ran a line of the cultists down with some of the fire from the circle that you were able to expel from your mouth.
I could still do that.
Right. It seems like when the fire burned you, you absorbed it. And it became part of you. Perhaps your body is presenting you with memories to fill in the blanks from what they erased. And in doing so, your body took on things that it perhaps shouldn't have, like the fire.
Okay. Am I even a tiefling then?
I do not believe so.
No. Then what does that make me?
I do not know. Perhaps you are just a demon. Perhaps you are something that we don't know yet. A visitor from the stars. I apologize, I don't have any more answers for you.
Do you know how I could track this cult down if I tried?
Well, most of them died when you escaped. The rest have probably spread out.
And that was 6 years ago, so.
Your best bet would be to look into cults that worship constellations. I was only there for about a week and a half.
Where was this?
It was a little village about 10 miles or so from my original one. I don't know that it even exists anymore. Most of the villages out there are gone already. Taken down in favor of the larger cities.
Maybe you gotta stop joining so many cults.
Well, this is likely going to be the last.
Yeah? You got a plan for what to do after?
Not particularly,
Mm.
but I accomplished what I needed to.
Finding Goliath again, you mean?
I'm glad to see that he's doing well.
He's doing pretty well. I mean, a little bit short-tempered sometimes, doesn't have a whole lot of patience for things, but
I can imagine now.
very no-nonsense, that guy.
Has he told you about his childhood?
He did. He didn't say specifically what your involvement was, though. I don't mean to pry if it's too much to ask, but if you could give me a little bit more insight as to what the hell happened there.
I would not be surprised if, in his mind, I was one of the abusers. But I tried my best to help him, to dress his wounds and to keep him fed and make sure that he didn't die from the climate, and I did what I could to keep him alive until I thought perhaps he would be old enough, and then I gave him a concoction of potions that would give him enough strength and nourishment to be able to run for days and just go.
And he did.
He did.
What about, again, if this is too much, you can say no or whatever. What about his dad? What's the deal with that?
Gone now, luckily. I originally joined that cult when I was younger to try to use them for power and money and the things you typically use a cult for. And it worked for the most part. And then I got pregnant, and Goliath was born, and the birthmarks that he had, they assumed were a sign of essentially their version of a demon lord, Satan, whatever you would like to call him. And so they wanted to kill him, to sacrifice him, and I convinced them not to. I convinced them that the best way to deal with this would be to allow them to grow old enough that they would understand what was happening. That way, they would know not to come back. And they bought that story for a while. When he turned 15, they made plans to sacrifice him because it was time enough he could understand at that point, and that's when I made my move.
So it sounds kind of like you did what you did because you had to. It was either that or he just dies outright.
I had to be careful how much help and push that I gave him, because if I did too much, they would assume that I had been possessed or charmed or enchanted by him.
Whatever cult bullshit that they would want to say. So his dad was just cool with this then, too? Like...
His dad was the leader.
Ah.
His dad orchestrated everything. He did not care for others' lives. The only one that mattered was that damnable bird he worshipped.
Well... No, I'll let him tell you that. There's a lot that's happened. There's a lot. I feel like some of it you should probably know, but...
I'm sure there has been. It's been 10 years. I didn't even know if he was alive. I see that he's found someone to love, and he's got a group of capable friends, and he himself seems to be very strong and well off.
Yeah, it would take a roid dragon to take that dude down. He's a tough son of a bitch.
Well, it makes me feel very good. I'm sorry that I don't have more information for you.
It's not your fault. I'll have to try and find out what I can find out. When things have cooled down a little bit, because this is a lot, I do think he should probably talk to you again, so I'll try and push him in that direction if I can a little bit. He doesn't like to listen to me, but...
Please don't force him.
I won't.
I would understand if he didn't want to speak to me anymore. All I wanted to know was whether he was okay. And it seems he is.
He is.
Thank you.
Thank you. And good night.
Good night.
I'll probably just leave, close the door really quietly again, and then once I'm out of the room, just to... Fuck! And then go back to our room.
Okay. You get back in, or actually we'll go to you guys now.
Yeah.
What are you doing out there?
She's been whacking at this dummy.
And I was
Well, probably like your fourth dummy, because you've...
I was gonna say,
Smite the
'cause
shit out of
I,
her.
I walked outside first. Because,
Right, you did. I
yeah.
forgot about that. You did that way earlier.
Yeah.
Okay,
We've just been
Chilling.
staring at each other.
right. So, you are outside. You go to join her.
You just out here whacking a dummy?
You. Is that what she said?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna just lay the scene for you. She like sees you're there, and then just keeps hitting the fucking dummy.
What did the dummy do? Not actually the dummy you're hitting, I mean Goliath.
He didn't do anything. It's fine.
Because there's only two reasons why you could ever be angry. Either Goliath went down and unconscious because somebody kicked his butt, or he said something wrong.
Well, you guess you can add a third thing to that list. Because
Okay.
neither of those things happened.
Okay. What is the third thing to add to the list?
He met his goddamn mother, and she, like, hits the fucking thing.
I don't
The
know.
sitcom screen comes across. How I Met Your Mother will return next Sunday.
Like, gave birth to him, mother, or like
Sylvan is his fucking mother.
Okay, I guess I'm the only person around here with good parental figures. Do you want to stop whacking a dummy and actually fight somebody that'll give you a challenge to burn off that energy?
I'd rather not kill something over here.
The dummy's laying there, and you see like a single tear come out of its eye. Like,
No, I don't want to hurt anybody. I just want to hit this.
paper alone. It's not for eating.
What is actually so? Why is meeting his mother so fraught with things? Considering the fact that she told me, because I asked her about my mom, that the mothers always find a way to find their children.
Oh, that's comforting.
I mean, I would like to think that it is. I miss my mother, and I want her back. I mean, yeah, I have you as a sister and Goliath as my brother-in-law, which, by the way, you need to update his status to fiancé. Moving on. Like, we have this whole kind of crazy family, but no parental figures except for mine that are decent.
Koi, I am very happy for you and your situation of having a parental figure in your life that doesn't abuse you.
No. They don't. And they love me. And they're gonna love you guys too.
I'm almost fucking jealous. You know that?
I mean,
I'm not mad at his fucking mother again. I'm happy that she's fucking alive and she even wants to fucking see him. I wish I had that. I wish my fucking parents gave a fucking shit about me.
Parents like yours don't deserve to have children like you. And if Goliath really has met his mother, regardless of what she's done, she's might be a terrible person. But she's there. Who are you to judge if she's terrible yet or not? Because you just met her.
She just...
Because who are you to judge her off of your past when your past isn't the greatest either?
Because all she did was enable it. She's no fucking saint. She's certainly better than my parents, but...
No.
She has no fucking right to just waltz into his life.
Technically, we waltzed into her. But...
She could have just kept that to herself.
She could have.
What is she? She's here to use... What if she's trying to use him? Get something from it.
Then it's up to you and Goliath to make that decision of whether you actually want to have a relationship with her or not. Y'all are grown enough to where you guys get to make that decision.
I've already made my fucking decision.
So are you going to make that decision for Goliath, or are you going to let him do it on his own?
No, he gets to make his own fucking decision. Because he's a grown-ass fucking man.
And are you going to be supportive of it?
She fucking smacks the dummy.
I feel like she's mad because you're talking complete sense, but she just wants to be mad.
As you like, and like, Goliath like, There are no cultists out here anymore.
I've scared them away.
I'm just like motioning for you to go back indoors. Like,
As you are like walking outside, by the way, Talus is just kind of like sitting nearby. What is going on? I
Goliath
trust
will
everything's okay.
Everything's fine. Your secretary seems nice.
I would hope so. I picked her out especially.
Right. Goliath will like glance at Talus and you beckoning away and just kind of in front of him and like, I'm just gonna let my friends talk for a little bit, I guess.
All of my people are running terrified from the training grounds.
Yeah, maybe your people should be terrified of us.
Well, as long as there isn't an issue, I will leave it to you.
Good night.
And she leaves.
The one time she just kind of stands there and she's just heavily, angrily breathing and staring at the fucking dummy.
I'll pick the dummy up and set him back up so you continue like slapping him, but
She like grabs the head and she like casts Eldritch Blast through the head.
Actually, it would be.
no. Do you not want him to have this relationship with his mom? You can.
She looks like she's gonna fucking cry. But she holds it together, kind of.
Can I, so, as a question, can I touch a packed weapon?
You can.
Cool. So I'm gonna stand in front of you and hold your hands over your packed weapon. So like I'm partially touching it and partially not.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay.
It is okay. I'm happy for him.
But you're not okay. And you're not happy. I know that your parents are shitty assholes and they shouldn't have deserved to even get to know you as a person. But that doesn't mean that you can't find motherhood in somebody else.
I'm not mad at her. I'm just envious. I'm just jealous. What did I do? Why? Goliath's shitty fucking mother still has enough goodness in her fucking heart to come back and try to make amends? What the fuck did I do? I don't deserve even the bare minimum?
You deserve more than what your parents ever gave you. And honestly, it's on them that they didn't treat you the way they should. You are worth everything, Darky, to all of us. And just because your parents didn't find you worthy doesn't mean you need to define yourself by that.
No, it still fucking sucks.
It does suck.
You know, you have your parents and they love you.
And they love you
he
too.
has his mother and she loves him. And I have
Jay.
Jay. He's not... I love him. He's my father, but he's not my dad.
I just said that parental figures aren't necessarily biological.
I understand.
Darky, an eye opens up on your cheek.
Okay. I mean, I can't see it.
And then a mouth on your neck. May I interject?
No, I don't want you in here. Go away.
I have something that may make you feel better.
What, you're gonna tell me my parents fucking loved me as they pushed me downstairs and beat me till I stopped crying?
Queen, no.
What?
No.
As in God, no, but the
Oh.
Yeah.
like they're yeah.
If it makes you feel any better, when your parents end up in our realm, they will end up in the pits of punishment.
Oh boy.
Your parents were horrible people.
Oh, fucking, you don't have to tell me twice.
Why do you want their approval? You have the approval of the one person you've ever recognized as a parental figure, do you not?
I don't need you lecturing me.
But yeah, you met me lecturing you? I'm like,
How dare you come in here and be right?
I'm like a tenth of Crow's age. Probably younger than that. But
Probably
you
way
listen to
younger
me.
than
Look, you're both fucking right. I wish I had that. I wish
You
I had a
do.
parent that cared about me.
You do. He's in the house behind you.
He wasn't always there. He wasn't there at the beginning.
But he was there. He's here now.
Is that not worth
There's-
something?
It's worth everything to me. But he shouldn't have had to take that role. They should have just been good parents. There's no reason to
Should I
dump
have-
that role onto somebody else.
Should I have run away from home from perfectly good parents?
No, why did you do that, by the way?
Should you have signed my contract without reading it?
That's also probably no.
You know, maybe if I had better parents, I wouldn't be here. I'd have probably been a happier life. I wouldn't have a contract with you.
You wouldn't have met Goliath.
No, I wouldn't have.
It is in my opinion that your life is now far happier without them.
No, but the possibility of what could have happened haunts me. You know? It's my fault. Everything's my fault.
It's not your fault.
How is their stupid decisions your fault? The only decisions that you can influence are your own, and occasionally Goliath's.
Our
Like
jailers.
standing in the window in the background.
Jay's like pressed up against the window too, like
What are they doing?
our jailers are very much looking forward to the day that your parents end up in there.
Oh boy.
And besides, you have my dad, and now you're a parent of your own. You get to make those decisions that your parents didn't get to make for Judal.
Yeah, why do you think I let him go?
I got concerned. I thought she was pregnant. I was like, wait, what kid?
Wait, what?
What?
Oh, now.
Jay's like, I'm gonna be a grandpa.
Tim. All right, Mom, I know this is weird, but I need some advice. Dad.
Whatever you do, don't put him in the stockades. If he has a mole, leave it alone.
I swear to God, we're gonna be recording.
No, I was checking the battery
I'm
percentage.
doing all this shit over again.
I've been checking it every few minutes.
It stops recording. We don't bother to like record. Like, here's what happened a couple sessions from now. So Goliath's mom shows up. Like, what?
Where did that come from?
Guys, remember when we met my mom and everybody's like, what? Like,
You
You
just
get
see
like a
this
flood of comments in your inbox on YouTube.
speed reading, and you just hear. Dun, 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 dun.
Darky just unsummons the scythe and like holds herself. I get that I have people that are better than them. Like I have my father, I have your father, I have Goliath,
Eventually, my mom once we find her.
and hopefully she's wonderful. I'm sure she is a wonderful lady.
She's so sweet. She makes the greatest food, and she tells great stories, especially when it thunderstorms. It's the greatest.
are you actually looking through the window?
Whatever door he would have opened, he closed, and then is kind of just like waiting.
Okay,
in
so
this window.
you're not actually looking at them.
No, yeah, he's waiting. In, like,
in the window.
like-
Okay. You will see the eye and the mouth close. And then you hear a noise behind you. You see a large black circle appear.
Next to where Goliath is standing?
No, right behind her.
No, not behind the wall. It's right here with you.
Uh,
Luckily, I'm safe inside this cabin.
and out of it steps this like 7.5 foot tall scarecrow.
Ah! So you do have a physical form.
What are you talking about? Of course I do.
Not you, boo.
Turn around.
Jesus fucking Christ. What do you want?
he like leans down and kind of like very awkwardly like hugs you.
I don't want your pity.
I am not pitying you.
I want a hug.
Just surprisingly
He just kind of like
soft for
grabs like your
Scarecrow.
shoulder, like because his hands are fucking huge. He just grabs your shoulder and just lifts you and like puts you in between him and her and hugs again.
And I will hug Darky.
What the fuck is happening out there?
You see his like gaze like shift to you
Can I see from the room window?
if you're looking.
The cult is fucking freaking out.
Goliath kind of.
No, nobody's out here.
Oh, not even the head honcho lady?
No, she
No, I
left.
told her to fuck off.
Yeah.
Barl's up there looking through the window like,
Too bad.
I think I drank too much.
Some shit.
Awkward.
He will stop hugging you and just. You have people that care about you.
I know, don't be like this. It's just. I shouldn't have to rely on other people to do what they should have done. And I don't know if I'm gonna forgive them for what happened, for not
You
being
don't
there.
have to.
So you don't have to forgive people.
Forgiveness is never required.
No.
And he'll stand back up to his fucking like stupidly tall height.
You don't even have parents, do you?
I did when I was alive.
Don't make it sad.
Everybody dies.
Don't make it weird.
Some of us just live longer. Because if you want to make it real sad, I'll technically outlive everybody.
Okay. Summons a scythe against its whacking the thing.
Well, now we don't know that anymore.
Hey, Crow goes, I will outlive all of you.
Yeah, you know, on death and serving a raven.
Well,
Kinda
wait,
does
how do you
that.
outlive somebody if you're dead?
You're not out here, Sephtis.
I was asking out of character.
He's a
Sorry.
construct, so technically he is alive again.
Yeah.
Sephtis, when the fuck did you get here?
I'm a cow.
As you whack at this thing, I will set the dummy back up anytime he falls over, so that way you can just distress as much as you want.
Crow will actually like walk over to the dummy and just
What the fuck is that for?
fight me.
I really wanted him to walk over there and set the dummy up
Yeah?
himself and be like, sorry, Terrence. Like it's his family.
It snaps the book.
She like, yeah? You want me to...
Show him.
I am not going to hit you.
Show him
Then
what.
how's that a fucking fight?
Well, he's kind
Well,
of.
if you hit me, I'll die.
Yeah. Just show him how far you've come prowess-wise.
Show me your progress.
I guess she'll fucking
Show me
fight
your
him.
moves.
Okay.
Oh, I'm doing this.
Roll to attack. Are you smiting?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna cast Bless from the window.
No.
Does a 26 and 25 hit?
The 26 does.
Ooh.
Cool. It's just...
Assuming the 25 was the first hit, he just kind of like slightly moves to the side, and then as you like bring it back up, you like connect into the side of his body, and it like sinks into the hay just a little bit, and he just... That's surprising.
5, 6 is 11. 12. 14. That's the last one. 17 plus... That is... 22 damage.
Okay. You see this like purple lightning like crackle out of your scythe as it happens when you smite, and your scythe like sinks in just a little bit. He's wearing these like almost overalls, but not quite. He looks like a typical scarecrow, just the eyes are different. And as it like sinks in, it feels like you're trying to cut through like metal wires. And it like sparks and like explodes out and all that, and he just... That was a bit harder than expected.
Sorry, you told me to fight you.
As you like connect into this as well, this isn't like the last time you saw Crow. Because the last time you saw Crow, he was like 5.5 feet tall and a little wispy. This is solid. You just hit like a scarecrow essentially made out of metal.
Damn.
And he just... Again.
Alright.
What's Goliath seeing from the window?
Neither does him.
He's seeing anxiety.
You will see that Koi's completely relaxed, chilled out.
He like looks up at the window.
Oh. That is 2 crits. After she missed 4 attacks.
Shoo, 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 shoo. And like you just like sink into his chest.
Well, I was just
Oh,
constantly
we just
refilling
pull
that
up the
bottle with
fucking
water while
calculator.
looking out the windows.
That is. I had it.
What, D8s or what?
The D8.
It's right there in front of you. Right there. Yep,
That
there you
one.
go.
It looked like a fucking D10.
For the purposes of this, by the way, you have as many smites as you want.
Just refilling her spell slots.
Pretty much, yep. Why do you think she's been able to smite so many times?
You do this all the time.
That is 75 damage.
Did you
Between the two?
Between the 2 of them, yeah.
Did you
Okay.
also max out the D8s? Okay.
Oh, I need to max out the D8s too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Did you not know that from before?
Nope.
Yeah. Any dice that you roll when you crit,
Yeah.
you max out all of them. And
When
add
you
them.
crit, your smite also doubles.
Yep.
That's
I know it
107
well.
damage. 107 damage.
You like sink the blade like halfway into him. Koi, from behind him, you see the tip of the blade poke out. It felt like you were like slamming this through like a stone wall.
It's like,
And he just... Ow.
oh, fuck.
He just kind of... Dink! And the sight just vanishes. You see, like, the hay in his body, like, start, like, rewinding itself together, and then, like, seals back up.
Sorry if I hurt you,
No.
but that
was
felt
good.
nice.
Do you feel better?
No. But I appreciate the thought.
You may hit me until you feel better.
I'm sure.
Good
Do you
his
need Goliath
ass.
snuggles?
Yeah.
I will then look at you and be like,
But she's gonna. I don't want to have to keep doing this, but she's
Yeah,
going to
yeah.
keep attacking him.
He like, sits down at some point and just...
Goliath.
Hey there, boyo.
Pretty much. Hello.
Hi.
Get the sight up. Hi.
Hello.
Koi will scurry back into the hunting lodge.
Bye, boy.
The adults need adult time, and I will shut the door.
Sephtis, roll me a perception.
She's like, bye, Koi, and then she fucking swings at fucking Crow again.
It is a 16.
Okay. At some point while you're just milling about the room, you like glance out the window and you're just like, as you just see this like, essentially a scarecrow just sitting down, getting beat the shit out of by Darky, and Goliath is now walking out there. But go
Is it
ahead.
like getting dark?
It's like afternoon.
Okay.
Yeah, we started all this at noon. By now it might be like 2.
I don't know how long at best.
It's like 5.
Okay.
4 or 5.
Early
4 or
evening.
5. Yeah.
How are you, Crow? It's been a bit.
I am fine.
Right.
Do I see Crow talking
Mm-hmm.
out there?
Jay's like, where the fuck are you?
Well, I run into Sephtis as he's going out there.
Probably, but we'll get to that in a minute.
She
I
does
want to at least give them some time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Did you have a
I was
nice talk with your mother?
nice enough.
That's good.
Have I done something wrong?
No. No.
You
Besides
okay?
have a mother that cares about you, no.
I wasn't aware of it till a couple hours ago.
At some point, you see Crow close one of his eyes.
Never mind. I answered my own question in my head. Hey, Crow,
Yes.
you good?
Yes.
Do you need to leave?
No.
He's probably looking at some of the...
Would you like to
Soul.
leave?
Would you like me to?
That depends if God will allow me to meta for a second. Would the two of us now being alone grant my wish? If Crow leaves?
Yes. Well, it actually could also just grant now.
Because I thought the wish was like as soon as we are alone together.
Crow
Okay,
doesn't.
gods don't count.
Oh, okay, right.
Crow doesn't count. He's
Listen, I don't-
always with Darky, so
Um,
technically.
Remind me the exact wording of it again?
The wording was just like, hey, next time we're alone and like want to sit down and talk, I want it to be like uninhibited. We can talk about anything.
Right. Okay.
Like, no curse stopping us from saying shit.
Right. So basically, like, as you kind of like turn back to her, Sephtis says, "You're like, what the fuck?" And you're like about to head out there. Right as you go to reach for the door, you just see this like across the door. This like
doesn't run into
pink
me?
barrier.
Before he...
It's as you come back in, and Sephtis is like, "What the fuck?" Like for the door.
It's the same pink color that's on my leg.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this might as well happen.
I think at some point Darky may or may not have either one, pissed off Aphrodite, or two, made a contract with the goddess. And that's what that is? And I don't want to know the answer to either at the moment. So
As
let's-
Crow's eye like shifts over to the door, he like slowly opens his other eye.
What's wrong?
Perhaps I should leave. And he like stands up.
Oh, wait, you don't have to go. You don't want to. I wasn't trying to kick you out or anything.
He looks back over at the door. I feel like something should happen for you too.
Oh, wait. Thanks for being there and let me kick your ass, even though it felt more like you just... They let a toddler slap you.
You're less a toddler and more a preteen.
I think
Almost.
you're a
Nice. I know.
woman. Sorry, I was trying to cheer you up.
Crow says, "I will most likely not be able to show up in person again for a while.
That's fine. I honestly didn't expect you to do that at all.
It is not often that I have time to do so." And he'll kind of like hold his hand up and the circle appears. And it's just pitch black. And he just steps inside.
Good night, Crow.
Good night. Or the equivalent of it in my world.
Can I throw in one quick thing and you can tell me if I have to stop?
Sure.
Just really, really quick. I like Crow. Right, in the middle of something.
As the circle like zoom. When did you be able to do that?
He's always been able to do that.
No, it can happen.
I don't know.
He's always been able to.
I kind of just
Monitor that.
wait.
That sounds ominous.
Goliath turns to you. Alright, I'm gonna let him talk now.
I was about to fucking say, get the fuck
Right.
out of here.
Listen. I realize
Is he listening?
I have no concept of whether or not to
Roll perception.
I feel like every time you do the
This
voice, like
isn't
he's
for
the one
Tarantino.
talking.
That is a after I add my after I add my modifier. That's a 19.
15.
You did not pass. You did. There's like a small glow around Darky. And then she starts looking like a normal Aasimar.
Okay. Well, I've always thought you were beautiful, but this is different.
What? What the fuck are you talking
She no longer has the horns. She has like curly black hair. Her skin is not nearly as pale. You know the picture she had as her like disguise outfit?
Yeah, she looks like that.
She looks exactly like that.
What? What?
So listen, I don't want you to freak out. Remember how I talked to... I told you that I had been in talks with Aphrodite.
Yes.
I made a wish, because she told me she would grant one.
You fell for a trick, is what I'm hearing.
No, wait, let me... Hold on. Because I have bested her in managing to fall in love with you and beat her curse. And so my wish, as you might be picking up on, until we are interrupted, your curse is gone, and we can talk about whatever we like. Which is why you're different.
As you like look at yourself, your skin looks like it used to, and as you do this, your horns are gone.
What the fuck? What the fuck? What did you do?
I told the curse is gone until we're done talking, I guess. And then it'll be back. I couldn't make it permanent.
You know you have to fucking pay for that shit. She gets something in return for this.
That's okay.
That fucking cunt can't get anything in return for this.
This isn't how I wanted this to go. I just thought it would be nice to be able to talk about whatever we wanted. No.
Are you looking through the window?
I miss my view.
I admittedly also kind of miss you.
Now I get the feeling I shouldn't be fucking around with whatever's going on out there, so maybe not.
Okay.
Can't even look at the window.
Mm-hmm.
What
You
do
just
I
a
see?
normal ass
What do
girl.
I see?
You see Crow leave, and then after a second, you see what you assume is Darky.
Still looks a little different.
I don't want to know about any of the rest of that shit. I'm gonna go back to our room. Oh.
Sorry, what were you wanting to talk about?
I just like to talk to you.
Did you want to talk about what you got mad at me for with the lion?
Oh, no, I'm not.
This is weird. The window's cold.
I'm not mad at you. I wasn't mad at you. It was a little surprising that you were not telling me things, but that's okay. It's not a big deal.
Let's just start this off by me saying, sorry, I'm not mad at you or your mother. I'm just jealous of you, that's all.
Why are you jealous of me?
Because I want that mother. I want a mother that fucking cares a shit about me. Why didn't I get that?
Why?
Because it's nice to have somebody love you, to have a nurturing mother figure in your life, instead of what I know you know is just abuse. But she wants to make amends with you, and I want that.
Why?
I don't know, just because deep down I always, wanted to have a mother who cared about me. What?
Why?
What do you mean, why?
Well, I mean, I respect you more than anyone I know. You came out just fine. You came out fine enough for me to fall in love with you.
I guess.
Personally, I've never, believe it or not, seen the appeal of, like, any kind of parental figure. So
I know you wouldn't.
Distant sobbing.
Of course you wouldn't. You're in the same boat I'm in. Your parents, apparently only one of them hated you. Both of mine hated me. Of course you're not gonna care.
I care about what's upsetting you. I just maybe don't understand.
Sorry I kept my name from you.
It's okay. I like Darky better than Tara, anyway. I didn't know you really looked like that.
Yeah, it's kind of gross. I don't like it.
Not gross. I mean, it's a little off-putting.
I'm used to looking like a tiefling, I guess.
Well, I'm also used to you looking like that, but if it's any consolation, either way, you're still the most beautiful woman I've ever met.
Just like, are my boobs still there?
Yeah. Believe me, I checked.
I tried not to, but you know.
Just, you have questions, I assume, that you wanted
Not
real answers
particularly.
for. Well, why else would you ask for us to be able to talk truthfully if you didn't have questions?
I like talking to you, and I would rather no one get in the way of that, be it our friends butting in or a god censoring what you're allowed to say.
All right, well, then let's talk.
Okay. Well, I thank you. Thanks for helping me feel safe around Mom.
Don't call her that.
Well, what else am I supposed to call her? She's
Call
my
her
mom.
by her first name.
I'm trying to. Thank you for helping me feel safe around Sylvan.
Thanks.
Thank you for yelling at her. It was kind of nice for me. You're very good at yelling.
It was very hard to not yell more.
I do kind of like hearing you yell. I like hearing your voice. Sorry if that's weird.
Kind of gay.
That's kind of gay. Yeah, bro, that's kind of gay.
That's flattering, I suppose. Wow, Charlie really came out there, didn't she?
Yeah.
Well, half of
Would you
it.
still have? Would you still have the accent?
Yeah, that's something she like grew up learning.
Right. Oh, right, because you like half picked that up from
She
Jay.
picked that up from Jay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry if I made you uncomfortable. Again, as I've explained to you before, you make me feel really safe, so it was just kind of nice to have you there. I'm sorry if I don't do that for you.
You do? What?
I don't know. You got really upset, and I was worried.
I
You do have a bit of a habit of storming off. Which, don't get me
Sorry,
wrong,
guys.
sometimes it is nice to watch you walk away, but he kind of gestures like.
Is this really what you want to use your
No, it's
your wish for? The wish that I know you're gonna have to pay for in some way for?
yeah,
Don't let that fucking cunt use you.
I won't.
Everybody like.
Oh, I'm gonna
regret
use
that.
it.
Use them as a footrest.
Aphrodite will remember that.
You really, I assume you want to know about the things I can't tell you, or couldn't.
I want to give you the opportunity to tell me if you'd like.
Well, in the spirit of honesty, and now that I have the ability to, when I was younger, did have a bit of what I call a hoe phase. Sorry, the way I said that was funny. Coy? It was, I call it a phase. It was a while. It was a few years. That's about half my life. Anyway, nonetheless, I may or may not have seduced the wrong person in the Temple of Aphrodite. The main head honcho, you know. You get where I'm coming from. She did not quite like
No,
that.
I've never done that, but I understand what you're telling me.
She didn't quite like that, and she punished me for it. every year it gets worse. She just kind of fucks with me. And it's kind of fucking annoying.
Right. Well,
The barrier goes away.
I'm sorry about that.
And then
I'll look out the window.
They're just still out there talking.
Yeah. Darky looks different.
Darky looks like the normal, right?
No, Darky, you still look like your old Darky.
Ah. I don't even know what to say anymore. Just, I fucked up. I'm being punished for it. I don't know how to fix it because she won't talk to me. I had to beg her to help me with Koi. And I know for a fact she's not going to want to help me in any regard. So don't fucking mess with her.
I'll do my best not to, but not really up to me when she talks to me.
I'll just,
Just give her the silent treatment from now on.
yeah, sure.
It'll be fine.
Yeah.
It's been a long day. You okay?
Yeah.
Sorry, it's still kind of jarring to see you like this.
It's been a long day. Can we just get this shit over with?
Right. Thanks for. Sometimes I reevaluate and just think about what you do for me and how you make me feel. Just thank you.
You're welcome, I guess. I don't really know what I'm doing different.
Nothing different. It's just. I mean, being in love with someone's still kind of new. It's kind of nice. I mean, it is for me. I don't.
Yeah, it is nice.
Yeah.
No, hopefully I don't fuck this one up.
You haven't. I don't think you will.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna do a pretty good job. Okay.
You'll,
She feels warmer when she touches you.
takes off his ducks and pulls her closer and kind of like. If you don't mind me saying, I do kind of miss the horns.
She does definitely feel a lot warmer than she was before.
Well, I'm sorry. I don't know when that's coming back. If it's coming back.
Hey, I'm in love with you either way. They just, they're neat.
I'm sorry, do you have a thing for the monster-looking children?
I don't have a thing for children, first of all.
Or the monster-looking girls?
Not particularly, but I have a thing for you. I'm trying to flirt.
I see that.
I'm sorry, I'm not very good at it.
Well, keep going. I'll let you try.
Okay, I have a thing for you. I have
That's a good one.
thing for the way you look at me.
That's a good one.
And
Maurice teach you that?
I have a thing. Just kind of slowly looks down.
Yeah?
I have a thing for how attractive you are.
Yeah, is that the wording you want to use for that?
And I have a thing for how much you love me.
I do love you a lot.
I love you a lot. And then quickly peck her on the lips. It's very cold out here. We should probably get back inside. Feeling any better?
Nah.
You're more than welcome to avoid Sylvan if you'd like. I won't make you, as much as I want you to be with me all the time, I won't make you join me on that journey.
I'll be fine. I'll be fine. I'd be more than happy to be beside you on that journey.
Love you.
I love you too.
Okay, it's cold, so you're gonna come
Fucking
snuggle me now.
yeah.
And you're gonna lead her inside of it.
As you'll start to head inside, you get most of the way to the door, and then Darky just kind of like, and all of her like shit comes back.
Goliath can
Oh, yes.
Your mouth itches a little.
Sorry, was I gross when I kissed? Is that me?
No, that's not you.
Oh, okay.
When you pull your finger back, there's like a tiny amount of blood.
Yeah, it's
Mm.
fine. She like wipes the blood off.
I won't. Good talk. Yeah. Two strikes out. And he loves her very much.
Y'all head back inside, and Sephtis is like standing there.
Yeah.
Thanks for not interrupting, Seth.
I couldn't.
Yeah, I first of all, I literally couldn't for a minute, and then I kind of got the feeling like maybe I really fucking shouldn't.
Good.
But also, what the hell was going on?
Just talking. Just.
Cool, you're in here, right?
No, we went back to the bedroom. She was like, I ain't fucking
Joe,
dealing with
like
that
how you
kind
were
of
just
shit.
like, you fucking asshole, and then the barrier went away.
Yeah, because she thinks she's a fucking cunt.
Yeah, Coy was just like, I ain't fucking with that. I'm going back to the room.
Nothing in particular. Just
Barry's gonna go back to the room, and the second she sees Coy, she's gonna be like, hug.
don't worry about it.
I'm gonna be bothering Jay for this whiskey.
She's gonna fucking like,
Come on.
Coy.
I mean,
As
no.
as you're walking by Sephtis, by the way, the mouth and the eye will open up on the back of your neck and just be like, "Now that you've seen me at my prime, would you like a contract?"
Stop trying to hire people.
No.
He didn't,
How
but he
come,
didn't
how
bother
come
to
I never
hire
get offered a
me.
contract?
I have offered you one, you said no.
Right.
You
Plus,
get
I
one.
can't exactly squeeze in with your current.
Hey.
You're correct.
Yes, that one.
That one.
Listen, I don't want to interrupt, but you did look pretty good.
I don't know why I thought you were gonna be like, see, this might be a bad time, but you owe me $33,000 in legal fees.
I've been trying to reach you, but your car's extended warranty.
I just want you to know that I love you too. But not in the way he does, that'd be weird. But
I was about to say, that's kind of fucking gay.
I do love you too. So,
Let's talk benefits, Crow.
if that's okay.
Do what?
Let's talk benefits. What do I
I
get?
love you too, Tarantula.
Power.
Not as much as Goliath, but.
What do you want?
Necromancy.
I
Science!
may be able to work with that.
No, it's fine. I'm gonna have to get used to that now, I guess.
However, if you summon a single sentient undead, I will end your life in an instant.
I like how I'm having two separate conversations.
I mean, I wasn't planning on it, but that's a little scary.
He's just staring at you.
So I'm just kind of like, okay, so that's a thing that's apparently part of the deal. Define sentient undead.
If it is a mindless zombie, you are okay. If it is a vampire, I will kill you.
Wasn't gonna fuck with any of that.
Right.
So no problem there.
If it can think, it's a problem.
Oh, wait, what?
This
I'm
does
just
not
tweeting.
count for resurrecting friends. As long as the Raven Queen wills it, they are allowed back.
I know this is happening.
What
on
happens to my
body,
current
but-
powers? They
You
just
may
get
keep
replaced.
them.
Oh,
Corey's not there to translate.
I will slowly accumulate you into our program.
Oh, I think Seth is signing a contract.
Oh, wait.
I'm thinking about a contract. I'm thinking
Can you
about
do
You
it like
know
when
where
I'm
to find
asleep
me.
or something?
That would be weird.
Is it any more weird than doing it while we're standing here waiting to go back to the bedroom?
We can walk and talk at the same time if that's the issue.
Listen, Seth. As
Yeah?
a guy inhabiting another guy's body,
Yeah?
it's definitely not comfortable for the person being inhabited. So,
Darky,
What?
can you do me a favor?
What?
Summon a dagger. Please jab your friend's fingertip.
Okay.
oh shit, we're getting into some fucking wild stuff now.
Hold on.
This is so that I may contact you later.
This isn't the contract.
Correct.
Look how willing I just was. Tink.
Are you ready?
You see like a drop of blood come out and then absorb into the dagger.
And then D-summon it. Have fun with that shit in your head.
I want to do that. Oh, no, we don't. Let's not get ahead of ourselves there. I will be comfortable with you talking now and then. We're cutting it at that. Good enough.
I'll keep you in mind, but I have a lot of things to keep in mind right now, and a lot of mind to keep in.
That was fun.
There's a lot.
But you gotta start
You now have the ability to contact me.
Sick.
It will function in your dreams.
That's kind of cool.
Oh, Barl.
Do the dreams have a soundtrack?
I do not know what that means.
Oh.
Sorry, I'm just thinking of something I said.
What did you say?
So
Lily?
now I want Barl and Crow to talk.
Shouldn't you be out standing in my field?
That Barl was watching that whole thing and saw Crow.
Yeah, he was drunkenly like,
Yeah, but I
Yeah, and then when
especially
we
want
transform-
drunk Barl to talk to
The
him.
scarecrows back home on the farm never did that. This must be one of them fancy
this was a big
scarecrows.
scarecrow!
She's looking at that thing. Oh my god.
Are you two eight related?
Alright, so y'all head back to the room?
When I get back to the room, I want to rustle this, or at least convince Jay to let me have another shot.
No.
Please?
No.
I'm fine now.
Well,
please.
I
just
was gonna
one.
hug Koi, but she's trying to hustle Jay into alcohol.
Can I have a shot?
Yes. He like hands you the whiskey.
What time
Do
is
not
it, DM?
give it to the child.
Hey, J-Man.
Well, shit. Well, try a deal.
Give me one of those.
I have the bottle.
Fine.
Yeah. I was about to say, there's two of you in there. You gotta get consent from both. Especially the owner of the body.
Oh, yeah. That's the good stuff.
Goliath wrote me a
What time
Oh,
is it?
yeah.
It's probably like 6 now.
Okay, I have one more thing I want to do.
It's a 6.
Nice.
Oh, no.
Like, Tarantiel's like, oh yeah, and then as soon as it switches back over to Goliath, like,
I can't wait for you to get drunk again.
No, I'm good.
I'm good.
I'm gonna play
Without
things
using
over.
a shot
Make
glass
sure
down a
he's
shot.
nice. Get him as drunk as possible.
I'll give Paco a little bit.
Because he needs to de-stress.
I don't.
Oh.
It's a
But
familiar.
That's your job to be stressing, right?
There's a lot of people in this room. I can't do that particular thing.
Darky.
What?
Wait, what? What's going on?
First of all,
You're
I'm
not
too
in this
cold to
conversation.
pay attention.
I mean, quiet sex is a thing.
No.
boy!
No. I am not going to be in the same room as my essentially daughter having sex.
And I'm not gonna have sex in the same room as literally any of you.
And I'm not going to be in
Yes.
the same room as two people having sex unless
Look,
I'm
we're
involved.
not-
You're
having
never gonna
sex.
be involved.
I know.
Just drink until you're not stressed anymore.
I don't want to drink.
Make him drink.
Don't make the man drink.
Yes, he
Jesus, I thought I raised you better.
I mean, I'd like a drink.
No!
No. I'm having to raise you better
It's a
now.
no.
Look, have fun.
Would your parents
Don't
let you
want to
drink?
I have one.
They
more.
did!
That I just stood out in the snow for like an hour. I kind of like a drink.
She said that they did
You can
let her
have
drink.
a
That's-
half a
said I
shot.
have
That's
to clarify,
all
do
I
not-
wanted.
I
Fine.
need a.
I will, this
bottle,
time-
please.
Shot glass that I have on me, because of course I have a shot glass on me.
Normally I would question it, but I'm like, whatever.
What else am I going to use it for?
Right, like, first off, it's like, yeah, no, that's believable.
Yeah. I'll fill it up halfway.
Did you make that with the butter?
I'll hold it so that Jay can see that it's filled halfway.
Yeah,
I'll
alright.
hand it to Koi.
Let's drink this.
You're going to want a chaser, probably.
She just slams it. Like she's done it a few times before.
That's
Well
fucking
done.
sick! I
mean,
can't
it's a
actually
half-
reach
it's
you,
a
so
half shot.
I mean, yeah,
it's a 9.
but if
Oh,
I
wait.
tried to do a half shot of whiskey in
Yeah.
real, I would still be like, what?
It's just like
Internally, she's screaming.
Yeah, you just hear this, like, in her throat, like,
It burns so good.
that was terrible.
yeah.
That's why I said you'd want a chaser.
No, it's just terrible because like it doesn't taste near as good as all the other liquor I've had. And I will just go find a bed and lay on
Wait,
it.
what else have you had?
Well, we're not gonna discuss her delinquency here.
How am I going to congratulate her on it if...
You're not supposed to congratulate her on it. You're supposed to scold her. Jesus Christ, at least wait until next year.
I mean, this is gonna sound terrible, but the alcohol, makes the terrible thoughts I sometimes have go away.
You need medication for that shit.
Yeah, for that you don't need alcohol. You need to
a
see
priest.
somebody.
The priest couldn't help.
Yeah, well,
That's deeply
Priests.
concerning.
can't usually help.
You probably want therapy, is what you want.
I want my parents back.
Well, yeah, that would probably help.
I don't want my parents back. I don't know if they're real anymore.
What?
You can share my parents.
Well, you seem
Alright.
quick to assume that your parents are eager to adopt all of us.
Yeah.
And frankly, I don't know if I need adoption.
1-800 adopt a parent. You adopt a parent. The parent doesn't adopt you.
Are we on the ground floor or are we like a floor up?
Ground floor.
We're on the ground floor.
Good.
Just to be clear, so we're like heading out in the morning, right?
That's up to y'all. She hasn't given you, like,
I was about to say, we
train
still
limit
don't
or
have,
anything.
like, clear plans on how all this is going to go down.
I mean, technically we have the name of a city that we need to get to, which,
Within 2 weeks.
now that I'm thinking about it, I want to whip out the map.
You have no idea where the hell you are.
No, but I want to look at where the city is that we're going to is.
if it's even on there.
Yeah, if it's
They
even
said it
on
was a
that.
floating castle.
No, the
No,
city
they
is
said it was
docked.
docked at
Oh,
the
well,
city.
okay, yeah.
Everybody roll me perception.
Is it still the same day?
Yes.
Well,
Yeah, this is the same exact time.
Just making sure.
Again, at 20 on perception.
me too. Me moo.
Parnas is right here.
I got a 19.
Ah,
Judging by the fact that there's a massive thing of mountains here, you assume you're probably in there.
yeah,
Somewhere.
somewhere.
But those mountains are miles long, so
Yep.
who the fuck knows where? I do.
You do. She does. I don't.
You okay there, man?
Fine.
Damn, that teleportation circle took you all fucking far.
Yeah. Ruth knows. But
I wanna
Corey does
know.
not.
I assumed it
Well,
was pretty far.
you know now because you knew about where you were and you know about where you are now.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, looking at the map, you just made at minimum like a week and a half's journey in that teleport circle.
Damn.
What was everybody's perception? Was?
Mine was a nat 20 and his was a nat 20.
Mine was a 19.
17.
Okay. You two will notice Darky slips out.
I'm gonna let her.
And you're drunk.
Well, that doesn't mean I don't have cognitive function.
That's why I looked at you. What are you doing?
I'm gonna go out.
Okay, Barl leaves.
Uh,
I'm looking at a map, so it makes
Anyway,
sense.
I
I'm
will
really not paying attention.
continue to allow this for a little while, I guess. Thanks, it's only fair, you know. Stretch the old legs now and then.
Won't those his legs?
Yep, J-Man, you sure know how to make me not feel good.
Well, sorry.
Listen, I don't have much, alright?
Well, then,
Anyone got anything to eat? All this guy eats is bread.
I've got some deer jerky.
do
if
you
really
not
want
eat
it.
food that I make?
Well, I mean, he eats a lot of bread.
Well,
I'm looking for, like, meat.
They said they would bring us food, and I saw that they had venison. I could get you some venison.
Can Saranthia just kind of stand up? Oh, I got it. Thanks, though. Oh, this feels weird. I don't want to go in the kitchen. The deal was no moving my body. You're right. Sit back down.
Do you want me to go get?
Get me something to eat, please. I am hungry.
I'll get up.
Thank you.
Time to go bother the cooks again.
I told you not to come back.
you open the door and this time it's just
They all just venison.
what about it?
Kind of want some.
Then wait.
What if I took some now?
No.
I can cook it myself.
No.
No?
No.
Okay. And I'll back out. Come back into the room. They didn't give me any. They said to wait. They don't like me.
What?
Waiting
Put
for
down. I was gonna say, I would put down the map. Who's left in the room?
Goliath.
So do you want this to be like over text or?
I don't really.
Okay.
I mean, Barl followed me, didn't he?
Yeah, Barl.
Am I still wearing up at all?
Yeah, a little bit. It's been a couple hours now, so
I've
you're
chugged quite a bit of water.
you're a little above tipsy.
Okay.
So you're following her. She's heading off somewhere.
For a bit.
Okay. She knows you're following her.
Well, obviously, I'm not really stealthy right now.
Yeah.
Just
Oh, I almost forgot to mention, by the way, the ceilings in here are 9 foot high. So you're constantly doing this.
The most comfortable you've been was when you were a crocodile and an ape on the floor.
that's both of my wild shapes. I was going when I was like,
Gonna charge you with it. You can use
So-
it if you want.
You missed this, but I came back into the room and I said, they said to wait. They don't like me.
Cool. I didn't like you at first either.
Okay.
Well, he did say it first.
Yeah.
Well, I assume there's a next part to that.
I mean, you're on the list of people I like now.
Alright.
You're not at the top, but you're there.
Who's at the top? Your wife, I'm sure.
Goliath, he's up there. My wife doesn't count. That's my wife.
She has to be like above the top.
Goliath, I like him quite a bit. He's my boy. Darky close second. I haven't really thought about it past this. I don't really know Barl, so I'll leave him off.
About Koi.
Koi's pretty cool, especially for a teenager.
Thanks, Dad. Koi's like looking at this map and just instinctively was just like, thanks, Dad. Doesn't look up from it.
Koi, is there something you want to talk about?
What?
My father figure to you.
So this is kind of weird because you inhabit the man that is going to be my brother-in-law. However, you are kind of sort of a parental figure to other children and kind of could be to me someday. So, there's that.
I'll take it. I quite like you, Koi. You've bumped up on the list.
Well, me.
You're pretty cool. Yeah, listen, Goliath's moved on from the whole threatening thing. Like, with you feeling threatening. And I don't really have any feelings towards you, so it's nice to meet you.
Yeah. I heard about you a few times.
Speaking of this, does Goliath's mom know about this? Because we just met her.
Not that I'm aware of, I don't know.
I would imagine not.
Should she know about this?
No.
Yeah, I don't think. that-
Let's maybe keep that from my mom.
idea.
I'm not a threat to your mom, Goliath. That's not what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about you fucking my mom. Especially not in my body.
Yeah, that'd be a little fucked up.
Yeah, that would 100% be fucked up. I have no interest in your mom. I am into MILFs, though. And on paper, your mom is kind of a MILF. But I have no actual interest.
That's right, so define MILF.
Mother, I'd like
Mother,
to fuck.
I'd like to fuck.
Oh my god.
Or a mistress.
Guys.
What?
Just told her eyes.
She knows what the fuck word means.
I do. Darky and Goliath do it often.
They do.
Yeah, there was a whole
I tune
conversation
out when
about
that
it.
happens, though.
Oh, good.
Well, that's good.
You're
of
not
you.
here.
I know.
You ran away.
Well, that's good of you, I suppose.
Oh, thank God's above. That's a relief. I've been worried about it for a while now. Yeah, I just get a recess.
I just pop my
So
AirPods
you
in.
always just like right there on the surface listening in?
Well,
or-
lately he's been having a lot less negative thoughts, so I'm able to kind of be at the forefront a little more.
Really?
Whoa.
Yeah, Miss Moon is doing wonders for him.
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, I guess that makes sense. I don't really know how the hell this works.
I don't know. I just live here.
Fair enough.
Aren't you technically trapped here?
Yeah, I don't like to use the T word.
Hellsaurus.
I don't like to use the A word.
Right.
In my head, I was like, how does it start with an A?
No, this is effectively my house, so I'd say
Hope
that.
starts with an H, stupid.
This is very weird for me.
Jay, tell us
Yes.
embarrassing
It's a
stories
little
about Darky.
No, wait.
She's not here.
Wait, what the fuck? When did Donkey go?
That's why I said something.
While letting Tarantiel like talk out of his mouth, Goliath had been writing on like in his notebook. Oh, that's a good point.
When
I
did I miss Barl leaving?
Oh, I saw Barl.
Well, they both
leave.
left. I just was
Wait,
gonna
yeah,
let
I
him.
actually didn't watch
Too
Barley.
fucking cold. God damn.
Wearing any
By the
metal?
way, if
No.
the ceilings are actually that low, I'm just gonna wild shape into a cat and just follow. Just like,
Okay.
meow.
Wow.
Wow.
Or you can my favorite.
Moo, moo, moo.
Yes, youngin. I miss talking to Milky.
I did your favorite Raven. The
It's been a while since we've talked to Milky.
Oh, okay. I was about to be very sad.
Oh, yeah,
love Milky
she's not
Way.
gone. It's just
Milky
been a
Way's
hot
my
second.
favorite.
It's just been a while since we talked to her.
So while this is all going on, or you said you were writing something down. Were you like writing something to like show or
For later, yeah.
Oh, okay. So before we get to the embarrassing Darky stories, Darky,
Yeah.
you're being pursued by a cat.
I know it's Barl though, right?
Correct.
I just stop. Like, let the cat catch up to me.
Well, I have a 40, speed, so.
And then you just rub up against my legs to just pick you up. Keep going.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
Wow. Wow.
But wow.
And then
But where?
go
You
to
know
where
what
I
I'm
said I wanted to go.
Is Barl like a chonker?
Yeah.
He's a main.
He's a lumpy.
Malumpy.
You will also notice that as a cat, he has like little horns.
Aw. You're kind of cute as a cat.
Moo meow.
Are you
Yeah,
a long-haired cat?
I can be.
You look at Jeff and you tell me he's not a long-haired cat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jeff's cat has like that beard.
Nice. Nice.
What? Are
Uh,
you just? Why do I have a beard as a cat? That's not supposed.
I'm kidding.
Now, as an ape, I would like that.
Well, maybe.
but-
No, here's what it is. Jeff's cat is a Maine Coon.
yes.
Yeah.
I
there
mean,
you go.
Persian cats technically have mustaches.
You're a fucking like. You're a hefty boy.
Please don't
boy.
squeeze me too hard. I only have 2 hit points, and I don't think you want a full cow spawning in your.
I'm not
I
gonna
thought you were
fart.
gonna say, please don't squeeze me too hard, I'll fart.
I might, and then it'll go.
Wait, hang on. Do the farts change size with you?
Oh, Jesus.
I
Probably.
mean, yeah.
If I time it just right, I could just be like, the elves are coming. I'm the warhorn. Anyways, where are we going?
I'm petting this cat. It's where this is at now.
This is a new experience for Barl, and he's purring, and he doesn't know how, and he's like,
It just feels
What is
nice.
happening to my body?
When I get to the door, I'm gonna knock.
Yes.
Just gonna,
Poor Goliath's mom. What a visitor.
She's got a lot going on.
just gonna open the door, kind of cry, and be like, "Do you mind if I come in?"
No, come in.
Just gonna calmly open the door and go inside. She's holding the fucking cat.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Roll me a perception.
do I need to perceive?
That is 18.
I mean, if it's specific to her,
Sure.
I really need to.
That's a 3, right? Yeah. Yeah, 18.
That's a 14 on cat perception.
On a little side table, you see some like papers and a quill that wasn't there before.
She like glances over to it. She meets her eyes again. I just wanted to apologize for losing my temper on you. I'm sure that you did the best you could, and that's all that anybody can ask.
I tried.
You know, if it weren't for you, I wouldn't have him, so I can at least thank you for that.
How is he?
What do you mean, like mentally or physically? How much is she willing to share with his mom? Cool. He's doing better. When we first met him, he was really weird. Gotta be honest, he was weird.
He made it weird.
He was incredibly fucking weird. He was very find evil, kill it kind of thing.
Well, that's not surprising.
He had no differentiation for good and bad people and the middle ground for it. If it seemed evil, he just kind of killed it where it stood. Didn't really like me at first. Thank God we're over that.
Why?
Well, I looked like a demon, a monster.
You just look like an Aasimar.
Well, to him it just looks like a monster.
I suppose he didn't have much experience in the world.
Soft sobbing in the background.
Literally just finished being like, yeah, no, I prefer you like this.
Yeah, and she called him out on it. But he's over that now, thankfully. I'd like to say that he's getting over all the trauma. He's certainly hiding it well if he's not. But I'd like to think that he's honest with me, and from what I've been told, he's doing relatively well.
Good.
Not that it's any of my fucking business, but how are you?
I'm doing a little better, knowing that he's okay. I've been looking for him for 10 years just to make sure that he's alright. I never actually thought I'd get to talk to him or that he would ever even want to talk to me. I just wanted to make sure that he was alive and could hold his own.
Yeah, well, you can certainly fucking do that. Should have seen him in that alleyway.
He definitely seems capable. And he certainly seems to have found a capable person to be with him.
I'd like to think that I'd have saved his ass a few times.
Well, I saw whatever that was outside.
Oh, don't worry about that.
It definitely seems as if you're capable.
We're all going through shit. We all have our demons inside of us. Literally and figuratively. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
Are you
He
talking about
purrs
the
loudly.
the?
Barl purrs loudly. And just kind of.
Are you talking about the scarecrow?
That's mine.
There are others. Never mind.
How personal do you want me to get with you right now?
Whatever you're comfortable with, I suppose. I would like to know about my son and his friends.
let me just start this off by saying that I am sorry for calling you a horrible mother. I'm just projecting because my parents were shit.
Seems like you turned out all right.
I could be better.
You're very confident, and you're able to stand up for yourself.
Yeah, that's out of necessity, not choice. Much like Goliath. So, I'm not gonna get too much into it, and it probably better come from him, but all that stuff that y'all would put him through, well, the reason for it being what? Exactly,
The cult assumed that he was the reborn version of their demon lord, demon god, some spider spirit that didn't ever actually even exist.
Well, while it's true that that shit doesn't exist, to my knowledge, at least not to him, there is something else. I mean, y'all beat that man. You beat him. He's not huge. It was basically free real estate for other demons.
Did he get possessed at one point?
That's neither here nor there.
Well, I'm glad he made it through that. Clearly.
You'll have to talk to him about it. It's a fun story.
Right. Well, like I said, I'm very glad that he's okay. That's all I've ever wanted to know.
What are you gonna do now?
I don't know. At one point in this journey, I thought this would be the end of my journey. But I don't know anymore. I know now that he is alive and well, and I thought that's all I would need, but I want to see the end of his journey. I want to see where he takes this life.
Well,
And I can't do that if I am gone.
that's true. I'd probably see you in a lesser light if you did just disappear again.
Yes.
Sorry, I know I can come off as an absolute cunt.
No, I think you misunderstood what I meant by the end of my journey.
I'm sorry.
It's not my plan anymore. But,
Look, I don't need you or him ending journeys.
right. For now, I feel like at the moment I would just be getting in the way of what you're trying to accomplish. I don't want to muddy any waters or anything, so I figured I would go to Waterdeep or something and wait.
Yeah.
Until he has a better chance to talk.
Yeah. I mean, there's certainly stop hanging around fucking cults.
Well, again, it was only ever out of necessity. Well, nowadays, it's only out of necessity.
Well, my advice, whether or not you want to fucking take it, stop putting yourself through culty shit. All you're gonna do is remind yourself of shit you don't even like, apparently. Go settle down and be a mother.
Well, I personally have ended at least 5 other cults, but I suppose this one's a little too big for me to take down myself.
Can I, like, see what's going on with the notes on
The paper is flipped upside down.
Damn.
However, she does reach over and grab the paper, and she folds it up and hands it to you.
What's this?
Can you please give that to Goliath?
What is it?
It's a note telling him where I will be.
Alright.
The short of it is I will be in Waterdeep. I assume with how big of a city it is, you'll probably end up at least close to there at some point or another.
We had plans to go back at some point,
Oh,
if my understanding is fucking correct.
that's good. I will be staying in Waterdeep.
Cool. Well, have a safe trip.
He should be able to find me with the sending stone I gave him once y'all are close enough.
I'm gonna smell her. I'm not like getting off your hand, but I'm using my keen sense.
Go ahead.
You're
Smell.
like when I hold it quiet too long, you're like,
No, I'm not trying to wiggle out of your hand. I'm just trying to get the scent and remember
You
it.
make the weird cat open mouth face when they're smelling something.
Oh no, that's the horny smell. Like nothing.
No, sometimes they just do that when they're smelling something because
Sorry,
they
I'm gonna
have
talk to your mom.
sensory organs on the roof of their mouth.
Hmm?
They do it more when it's those smells, but they can't just do it. Quiet does it whenever she smells Raven's socks.
You know the whole reason Barl followed you was because there's a big fucking monster out there. I don't want to go alone.
Alright, it's okay. Old man thing.
Youngin, thanks. Belial. Belial, Lord of Lies.
Do you like? What do you do next? So, what did you roll?
No, I didn't roll.
She like stands
Nat
there,
20.
pats her bat, and little five.
You have her sit down.
Like looks around.
Sorry, the cat's not on yet.
Sorry, he.
That's your druid friend, right?
Yeah, he's tipsy.
Put a lot of cats on me. That's not some random cat. That thing might have rabies. I don't know where it's been.
I'm gonna start foaming at the mouth.
Stop that.
Just kidding.
Pats your.
That is one thing
I'm
that
dead.
the chefs have in excess is whiskey.
Yeah. Wow. Wait, what? They have whiskey?
Yeah, I assume that's what y'all were drinking. That's just about the only thing that they'll give out.
Thanks for that. Good night. Well, I'm sorry to have ruined your day by yelling at you. Hopefully one day you can forgive me. I'm sure Goliath will be more than happy to find you in Waterdeep in the future.
I don't think it's you that needs forgiveness. But
Eh. Don't beat yourself up too hard. I know I said a lot of mean shit, but you don't have to listen to me.
Eldritch cat.
well,
Eldritch insult.
Vicious mockery.
I just hope he's not mad that I leave.
He'll get over it.
Thank you.
Have a good night. She'll just fucking.
I would suggest probably leaving in the morning. There will probably be a small panic that I'm gone.
You're leaving tonight then?
I don't want to accidentally run the chance of running into him.
How are you gonna get out?
I have ways. Again, this isn't the first one I've ever been in, and it will hopefully be the last.
Well, are you doing it soon?
I was gonna do it about 30 minutes from now.
Well, if you would like assistance, I can help you a little bit, give you an hour. I can turn you invisible if you want to get out.
That would actually help a lot. Thank you.
Should pat her on the shoulder, and like the last pat,
is the invisibility.
I really wish I had your scarf so I could be like, good luck. As a tiny pet.
You have an hour. Don't dilly-dally.
Right. Thank you.
And you see like stuff around the room start getting like picked up and slowly like like disappear.
I'm drunk, and since she talked about invisible, the cat's just gonna go.
And when she leaves, she's gonna leave the door open,
Right.
so that it's not just the door opened and then closed randomly.
Okay.
And then go back to the bedroom and pet Barl.
I was gonna make it a roll, but now I'm not. There was the possibility of her having issues getting out.
Cool. Just gonna get rid of this then.
Just get back in, throw the cat down.
Wait, are we in the middle of embarrassing Darky story?
Yeah.
Oh dear God.
Yeah, as you open the door, Jay's like, and then...
Alright.
What? Y'all look like you're guilty of something.
No, what did Darky do then?
Wait, y'all talking about me?
Yeah. God damn it, Goliath. I'm telling you.
He just has like
embarrassing
permanent
stories
zone
about
of
you.
truth inside.
Why do you only lie when it's a bad thing to do?
Until
You're
the
just
ones you
telling
don't
the
realize
stories
it.
without me.
I didn't
I'm
realize
telling
this
the
was a
ones
thing
you
to lie
normally
about.
get mad at me for.
I've told you guys plenty of embarrassing things about me.
Scoot over and fucking in this.
Alright.
I don't know.
Just no longer gonna throw Barl. Gonna pet Barl.
Yes.
Oh, let's do it later.
What?
Nothing.
You tell embarrassing stories about yourself.
Oh, I thought okay, no.
You can make up some stories if you'd like.
That's fine.
I paused so you could start telling them and you didn't, so...
Oh, well, I thought he was gonna start. He was in the middle of telling stories.
Right, but I don't know what your embarrassing stories are. I was just like
There
saying
was a day
Jay
she
was
shit her
telling
pants.
stories.
And then let me tell you what she did the next day. Shit her pants again.
Look,
By the third day, I think she was just doing it to spite me in the laundry.
one day she shit her pants, and then she got really upset and ran away. When she came back, she had this weird scythe.
Firstly, that's a lie.
Well,
All right.
the next time I saw you, you had the scythe.
Yeah, years later.
Look, there was one day she shit her pants. It was crazy. The next day, she introduced me to Goliath.
We were sitting on the park bench. I don't really know what the hell happened after that. I started
punched her
smelling
so
this
hard in that
lingering,
tournament.
garbagey scent, and she
And
was
it's
like,
black.
"Oh, like."
Like, there was one day, Darky shit her pants. Next thing I know, she's leaving the room and Barl's going after her. She thought I didn't notice, but I did.
Probably after the comedian.
She's
you showed
wearing
me.
one.
All right, we're gonna need to get some khakis. Specific size.
Okay, I need some black skinny jeans. 14-16 stacked.
I'm on it.
There was this one time she snorted a noodle.
This one time at band camp.
I did that.
I couldn't get the bugger out.
I mean, I've thrown up after having too much of a specific beverage I'm not allowed to have, and noodles came out my nose.
Ugh.
She snorted the needle. It went up her nose. It was kind of like dangling out a little bit, but I couldn't really like get a hold of it because it was just like gonna break off.
And I kept
And then-
running around.
And then she kind of coughed a little, and the other side of the needle came out of her mouth.
It was really
It was
cool.
just like hanging out in both sides. It was
Kinda cool.
weird.
It's kind of cool.
She should have pulled the one out of her mouth.
I tried. Then she bit it.
And then I started running away from him.
Yeah.
It's like a game of tag.
It was like a year ago.
And then I finally caught up to her at this tournament. I could still see the noodle.
How have you guys not been commenting on this? It's still there.
I mean, Goliath, when you're making out with her, is it the noodles or her tongue?
I just assumed she was doing some wild stuff with her tongue.
Oh god.
I assumed she got like a really good way to like tickle my tip when I was getting a
How do you think
blowjob.
she-
It was just spaghetti this whole
I
time.
do think she practices tying knots with her tongue.
Oh god.
You've been tying knots in that thing?
I'm really good at it.
I was
How is it
gonna,
not rotten?
Or digested by now.
Eventually, she's gonna like hold your hand out.
She's gonna hold my hand
Hold
out.
her hand out for his. Flip it over. She's gonna put the note and close his hand. And then go back to embarrassing stories.
It's kind of hard to look at God when you insist on turning me to the other side of the room. Goliath will... Does it have like a name on it? Like this...
It says, read me tomorrow.
Why not just tell me now?
Just do what it says.
Okay. Pockets it.
Eldritch, no. Like maybe Eldritch everything.
And then that's, yeah. Then they probably told horrible, embarrassing stories.
One time I set the house on fire. I don't know if I really did, but
Whose house?
mine.
I thought you were gonna be like, my house.
My house.
This fucking shitty looking mansion in Greenest.
Well, that's kind of the reason me and Darky got separated, is the house kind of lit on fire.
That wasn't me.
I didn't figure.
But now that you say that, you're suspicious.
It wasn't. I didn't live in Greenest. My house was not real.
Yeah, the only thing I saw was a really tall silhouette. I tried to chase after it, but it was really, really fucking fast.
Barl, you weren't here for this. One time I nearly got carried to my death by a giant spider.
Yeah, that was
That's pretty
fun.
cool.
And not fun at the same time.
You weren't here for that either.
Yeah,
I hated
that's
it.
kind of fucked up.
The spider wasn't me, by the way.
You see Barl's cat eyes go wide like...
Didn't expect that, but now that you've said it, I again am a little suspicious.
It's a cool story to tell now.
That's the story.
I almost shot Goliath when I first met him.
That's true.
Like with an arrow?
I was like a gun.
What the fuck is a gun?
Oh yeah. It's
some-
like a hand cannon.
It's some thing that Fang has.
Take a, you know, like a big ass cannon.
Yeah.
Shrink it down.
Shrink it down real tiny and hand sized, but it's still the power of the cannon.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Don't worry
Shoots a
about it.
tiny cannonball.
It's fucking impossible. You can't get that much powder in there.
Oh yes, you can. There's magic. Anyway,
I'm not questioning it then.
good.
I don't know how
Because
the
we
hell
stopped
magic
questioning it a
works.
long time ago.
Okay, well, any other weird shit?
No, I think I'm done.
Define weird. Nothing in this.
Aside from
Most
getting my
of what you
ass
guys have
patted
done,
when I was
apparently.
being eaten by a mimic.
One time I was home alone.
What?
What?
Oh.
Which part of that did you hear?
The fucking getting eaten by a mimic?
Oh, that happened.
Yeah, that did happen.
Yeah.
She's fine now.
Clearly.
I grabbed her
Clearly.
butt and pulled her out. We weren't dating at the time.
It's a little weird.
I was worried.
Yeah. Worried. You were trying to get a taste. So
No,
you could
I
go in
wasn't.
later.
I had no interest in her at the time. Actually, what was this?
Dude,
I had no interest in her at the
do you
time.
remember when Goliath got drunk?
Which time?
Oh, go! I get drunk. I gotta see that.
The one in the
It's-
cave with the dragons.
Oh yeah, I did that to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was fun.
What is with you and alcohol?
Technically, it was Fang's rum, and we got him drunk.
I was incredibly depressed, so I got drunk. And then I had more depressing hallucinations, but I'm fine now.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
I'm gold.
I'm realizing quickly that a lot of my funny, embarrassing stories are just depressing. I almost died. I broke my arm once as a kid. Well, as a teenager, but that was fun.
Was that you breaking your arm, or was that the cult breaking
No,
your
that
arm?
was me.
Oh.
Have you ever fallen out of a tree before?
That's how I broke
Yes.
my arm.
Mm.
I was the true.
What, the first or second time?
What?
Man, you must have like an immense pain tolerance.
Listen, when you get hit for like 15 years straight.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Or he puts them in a place in his brain where, he just doesn't process it.
I don't process a lot of things in my brain.
At least you can admit that.
Yeah. It's mostly magic. I don't understand magic.
Thing was like that. What are we doing out in Spain?
No, I don't know.
He's probably okay.
I hope so.
He's probably better there than he was here.
I mean,
let's
he's
be
happy
real.
he got Victor back.
That's true.
I like to think it's just Goliath like, what were I was doing in like Spain? And we're like, yeah. And it like cuts away to like the morning after.
Gonna look out the window. I wonder what planet is Spain.
It like cuts to them and they're just kind of like hanging out under a tree. You're like, this is the life. And then, like, 17 guys with guns surround them, and they're like, we're robbing you. And they're like, great.
Well, now my funny, embarrassing stories seem kind of like out of place.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Tell us.
Well, because mine that I had was like one time I was home alone. I was really, really young. I was like maybe 5 at the time. I climbed up on top of the cabinets. Like, did you see the cabinets in the kitchen? Have you seen the kitchen here?
No.
No.
They're like really up high. Anyway, it was like taller than Barl. I somehow got up there. My parents came home, and Father got really, really fucking mad because he thought that Dad put me up there, which is admittedly the kind of thing that Dad would do.
That's pretty funny.
So they just argued about it for like an hour.
Did you fall?
No.
Did you break your leg?
No.
No, actually. I got back down. I was just fine.
It would have
didn't
been
have to
funnier if you
argue.
fell.
It would have been funny if you fell.
Not that I want any harm to come to you, but
Barl.
I mean, you're right. It would have been
Now
funnier
it's
if I
your
fell.
turn.
Meow, 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 meow.
Right. Koi, it's your turn.
About what?
Tell us an embarrassing story.
I can tell you nighttime stories.
No. Embarrassing stories. I'm either going to get it from you or I'm going to get it from your dad.
Well,
Oh, right to the source.
I mean, honestly, Dad would probably tell the better embarrassing stories. But I could tell you a story, a nighttime bedtime story.
Sure.
okay.
Lay it on me, kid.
Okay, Koi will like saunter over to the window, and I'm gonna cast Call Lightning.
Oh, okay.
I really hope that none of the cultists went back out there to train.
They didn't.
So, their mom was out in the forest, and this giant, gorgeous dragon just appears in front of her, right?
What color?
Copper. Offers Mom for a deal. Something about needing the ability to talk to the earth because he had lost his ability to do so. And in return, Mom got a scale. And
Sorry.
it's okay. And then I'll use the call lightning spell again because I'm
Right.
concentrating for 10 minutes. And so the dragon and Mom go on an adventure. The dragon takes Mom through all parts of the land, and Mom just gets to meet all sorts of people and do all sorts of things. Mom taught me how to speak giant because she got to explore with the giants, and she slayed a bunch of evil people and reconnected the dragon to his home.
Yeah.
And then she got a scale, and what'd the scale do?
The scale turned into a beautiful shield. And so sometimes, when the lightning storms didn't go off, when Mom was trying to tell me a story about her adventures with the dragon, she could use the shield to call lightning. Just like that came naturally.
That's kind of fucking dope.
It's pretty cool.
Wish I could do that.
I thought you were gonna end that with her and the dragon fucked.
Darky.
I'm just saying, like that's where I thought
I
that was
mean-
going.
I thought the dragon was going to be your dad. I don't know.
There's that too.
No, we met her dad.
Oh, yeah, well, you
Her
know.
dad used to be a dragon. I don't know.
I mean, my parents are quite old.
Yeah.
They are elves.
See?
So, I mean, my parents could have fucked other people before they, decided to have me.
Yeah, she could have fucked a dragon.
I mean, I guess, yeah, that
It's possible.
could be.
You could like half dragons, brothers and sisters.
I doubt it.
We'll find out.
I mean, the dragon was a girl, so I doubt it.
Oh, even better.
Yeah, at that point you wouldn't be related.
Mm-mm.
Unless it was your dad that did it.
Mm-hmm.
That would be weird.
I have a brother-in-law who's a dragonborn.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What was his name?
Jet.
I was gonna be like Uncle Joey. Clearly not.
No, well, I think you only met Jet once. He didn't really like being around your parents.
Although, on the other hand, Mom did tell stories about another group of adventurers.
Was she one of them?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
No. She told me stories about a beautiful dragon-born girl who fell in love with this adorable little tiefling woman who hated orcs, but they had to befriend the orcs in order to help save the world from some demon evading from the abyss. So.
Hey! I remember this one.
Hey, maybe.
Are you alright, man?
I mean, the last time Mom told me that story, they had, the wizard had fucked the librarian at the main city of the town.
Hot.
And, she's pregnant. And
Not
the wizard
hot.
doesn't know. And, they're captives of the elves in their elven, the city that was originally, so the original elven city got burned to the ground. And now they have a new one. And nobody's allowed in the city, and we gated in there. Which is terrible. Or they gated in there. She says we, but they gated in there. So that's it. That's where it ended. I need to find Mom so she can finish telling me the story.
Is that the only reason you don't want to find it? You're not in the story?
No, I want to find my mother because I miss my mother.
There's a joke. No, there's a joke. I'm sorry.
Mommy, want my mom back.
Tarantula. What's the
Are
chances
you
that you
alright?
want to converse with Crow?
Guys.
Wait, do you need... Yeah, you do. You do.
Did you make her cry for? I was getting real into that story.
Yeah, it's okay. We'll find it. We'll find it.
Goliath, I'm kind of like, so here's another story. He'll open his bag and hold it. Okay, so
You pull a Snapjaw.
oh fuck, Snapjaw! Anyway,
Oh, well, you know what? While he's out here, cast gentle repose on him.
You don't need to cast that. for
so
another
when I
feat,
was 15 and I ran away from home,
So a year before I did. Or a year after I did.
in terms of age, yes. I didn't really know where I was going, so I just kept running and running and running, and I knew I wanted to like kill evil things, but I had no concept of how to do that, and I had really no idea where I was going. And then I met this guy. He was a traveling merchant. He was really, really cool, and he was kind of mean.
You just said he was cool.
He knew how to like fight and stuff, and so I offered to. I tried to offer like to help guard his cart as he was going. This isn't what you think it is, because I needed some way to begin my journey of fighting evil. And he laughed at me because I was a very scrawny 15-year-old boy with no weapon or armor or anything. And then he taught me how to use a sword. The way he taught me was just sparring with me. It hurt really, really bad because he did not treat me like a kid. And then we finally got to... I don't remember that. That's not important. But he gave me a sword, and he gave me this. And he takes out his old helmet. And I grew into it eventually.
And then outgrew it.
Yeah.
You ever gonna grow your hair back out?
Yeah. It's fine the way he kind of like looks
It's
at
gotten a
it.
little bit longer since you
It's,
had
I
cut.
don't know. It's fine, I guess.
Making sure to comb it.
It's probably back down to like just below your shoulder blades.
Like, I don't know. I don't usually think about it. What?
You've been traveling for like 10 years, yeah?
Yeah.
From town to town?
Yes. Killing evil things. I would usually go from town to town, find a tavern or an inn with some kind of like... I would just find people that needed things killed, or find evil, and I would then handle it.
Right, answering my own question. Cool.
What was your question?
You wouldn't have them, per se, have time for previous relationships that I'm unaware of, correct?
There was this bar.
Well, there was...
Kyle.
I mean, it wasn't a relationship. There was one girl that I traveled with, like, briefly, but we didn't really talk. I kind of just followed, and she tolerated because I knew how to kill good.
Sounds like you didn't even have a foot in the door. I don't think you have anything to worry about there, Darky.
Yeah. cats.
Rest assured, I had virtually no friends before I met all of you. So
Do you really think that he would be not socially awkward enough to try to get with anyone else before all that? From what you've told me, he was kind of a lone wolf kind of thing.
I had never asked. I didn't know.
Are you jealous?
No.
Yeah.
Don't be like that.
Well,
Well,
sure.
he was going the other way around for a little bit.
Oh.
I gotta tease at you now.
I've only ever been with you.
Cool.
Put this hopping away. Sorry, I know that wasn't as interesting as your mom. I just think that it sounded like you needed a breather, so I thought I'd try.
So what's been going on with you? You're acting a little weird today.
His mom knew me from another cult that she was in, because she's been in like fucking 3 now at least.
How many fucking cults has this lady been in?
At least 3. Apparently, all of my memories from about 6 years ago might not be real,
Very cool.
That's interesting.
Oh,
and I might not be a tiefling.
Well, you certainly
But
don't
you-
really look like one.
I'm gonna be honest, tiefling was just kind of the closest thing I could think of.
I mean, same.
Yeah.
That's why I just kind of assumed.
Kind of just look like a Nephilim.
I don't know about that.
I don't know what a Nephilim is.
It's like you look more like a demon.
Anyway, apparently, I came from a fucking summoning circle 6 years ago, and now I'm here.
It's
so.
a good thing we didn't meet prior to.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, it sure the hell is.
that would have been.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would have been a little awkward.
That
wouldn't
would
it?
have been bad.
Speaking of which, I don't think I ever really apologized. I'm sorry I was so
Ah, yes.
assuming you were some kind of monster when we first met.
Oh.
I like how you look around like someone just let a bird into the store. Like, what the fuck is that?
Fucking, what are you talking about?
Sorry about that.
That's fine.
Don't worry, I'm
Look.
just petting Barl.
You thought I was a monster and wanted to kill me. I just thought you were some hot ass that I could get into. It's fine.
You never made a move.
Yeah, because I asked to sit next to you and you told me no.
Well, I'm.
And unlike you, I'm not oblivious most of the time.
I mean,
I
you
can
finally,
guarantee you she tried to make a move and you just didn't.
I mean, you did
realize.
finally
No.
open your tin can. Just saying.
Well, rest assured.
Look, you're the one who
Found
came
that
to my
can
door.
opener, cranked it by hand.
You're
all
the
in
one
the
who came to my
wrist.
door, asked me how to be a good person.
Yeah, because he wears plate. metal
Well,
armor,
rest
you know,
assured.
and getting a can up in it.
You know, this
She
is going to be
calls
a
him
lot
Tin
sweeter
Man.
before.
It's a Tin Man in
I
front
would
of
rather
me.
you stay sitting next to me from
Meow.
now on.
Apparently
Sorry.
she's got the Tin Man and the
Just believe
Scarecrow now.
I could tell.
Scarecrow's been around.
All it's missing is a lion, and we kind of basically have 2 of those.
Whenever you say
You
that,
came
you
to
see
my
people there.
door. I thought you were trying to fuck me. It's fine.
I mean, that's.
What?
Remember when he came to my door one night after going to Fang's door and asking about how to be a good person. He asked
No.
me how to be a good person. I know, I'm not telling you. I was expecting another,
A different question.
yeah. And then,
Were you getting laid that night, Darky?
I sure
before?
fucking was.
Ah.
Were you?
I was waiting for somebody to show up at the door, and then you answered, and I was
How
like,
many
oh, it's you.
people- How many times have I told you not to sleep with people in Greenest? They always end up fucking despising you after.
It wasn't in Greenest.
No, I think we were somewhere else.
I thought you
No,
said-
we were in Greenest.
I don't
you said it
remember.
was
It's all
at-
kind of fuzzy.
Well, you said it was at the end that was in Greenest.
Anyway.
The name of which I just said, but I didn't say it, out of character.
Yeah, it's fine. I don't remember where it was.
I don't remember what the name of that inn was.
Regardless, you're a good person, and I would like you to sit next to me from now on.
You all right there?
Tarantulas upset with me. I don't know what for, but
For being oblivious and wanting to
yeah,
murder
dude,
me
we
outside.
could have gotten fucked. You blew it. We've had sex many times since then. Yeah, but you're dating now. I wouldn't have felt the need to tune out if you fucked her then.
Wow.
I could have lived it.
Whoa.
It's a little weird, man.
It's a lot to
I'm a
do.
little weird.
Yeah.
Instead of unpacking that, how about we just throw away that suitcase?
Yeah.
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 Look, I
The
love you and
baggage
respect
can go in
you,
the
and I
legs.
tune out when the two of you have sex.
Yeah, and every single interaction I've had with you until we started dating was your comments on my tits.
What the
I
fuck?
I mean, no, there's a couple of those I got to derail. A couple.
Actually, no. there was that one time that you said my name all seductively, and then I showed up. So really, it's on you for sending mixed signals. And hey, there was that Anna chick. let's maybe move on from,
Oh yeah, the one I never met.
Anna was
Yeah.
pretty nice. I think you would have liked her.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Tarantula would comment on her ass a lot.
Listen.
You know, for
I thought
somebody,
you had a wife.
yeah, for somebody who says he loves his wife, he sure does like to look at boobs and ass.
But doesn't things get stale in a relationship eventually?
I have no concept of if my wife is alive.
Would it be stale if you were separated from your wife?
I have no concept if my wife is alive. I'm just...
Yeah, but you
It's
didn't
been-
even tell us about your wife until after all these
Okay,
comments.
so that means that there's a possibility that she is, and you're still doing all this shit.
He's gone. I don't...
Coward.
You scared him off.
He asks the hard questions.
Right?
Did you turn back into Barl?
Window
You
shopping.
just have Barl on your
There's Barl on your
I'm
lap.
still can't. I can't.
I love to imagine like you just pop in like your head's in my lap. You just like
It might be helpful at some point for Barl to also have a scarf. Maybe.
Would you like to also wake up?
Suggestion.
I would have to unattune to one of mine, which honestly I'll probably end up.
No, the Christmas items aren't attuned.
No.
That's
Oh,
fair.
hers is a Christmas item.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a little like reindeer scarf.
Yep.
It also
I like
has
that a
trees
lot.
on it now. It
Yeah.
has little Christmas trees on it.
I like that a lot.
Yeah.
Because
Because
she
I can
upgraded.
speak
She
to
got her item
plants.
upgraded to where she can also cast speak with plants.
I do use it though most of the time though to bonus action and speak while I'm in wild shape
He does it.
because it's just easier.
Yeah, when she has it in wild shape, she can use it to cast speak with people.
I like that.
Instead
And when
of
she
make,
uses it, it makes a little like the reindeer pattern in her fur.
Does her nose
Okay,
glow.
I'm done with stories.
Okay.
I'm a cat, so I'm safe.
so how are we gonna arrange how we sleep? There's three
Well, there's
beds.
3 beds. Each of them can fit 2 people,
Well,
except Barl.
Who takes a whole bed, right?
Chloe,
This
you
is
and I will
right.
probably have to share a bed.
Well, you and Jay can share a bed. And I can
I'm
sleep on
already
the floor.
trudging to the corner, and I'm gonna see if I can cast plant growth and have some grass grow beneath the floorboards.
There's no plants there to grow.
I mean, technically, boards are just
Oh, yeah.
dead plants.
Yeah, but it has to be a living
Yeah.
plant.
okay.
What kind of cover
Uh,
I want to be sure.
Jay will say, well, you should probably keep it as co-ed or as non-co-ed as possible, except for you two.
I promise we're not gonna have sex.
Yeah, I would expect not. That's a little weird. So me and you, I suppose, and then
Barl can take the
whichever
bed.
of you guys ends up in the bed, because I don't think you'd both
I'm
fit.
in the corner already.
Go take your own.
Oh, I get a bed all to myself.
Yeah,
Takes the bed.
whatever. You're probably comfy.
Get a whole ass bed to myself.
But Koi's tiny and I'm big.
Okay.
Oh yeah, but
I'm snuggleable. It's not illegal.
I'm not gonna do weird shit.
well, no. yeah, but
Seth,
like,
It's not like the
I
bullshit
hate
you
to
do.
break this to you. You do a lot of weird shit.
Not
I don't
like
think
that,
I'm. I don't think I'm Seth's type anyway, because apparently he likes butt stuff.
that's not what I'm worried about. It's just it's just weird.
It's not that you're not my type because I like butt stuff. It's that you're not my type because you're 17.
How about you and Jay, and you like to sleep on the floor for some reason,
I mean, I get a whole bed to myself because Barl's sleeping on the floor.
and you get a whole bed to yourself.
Yeah.
Would you like bed roll or something?
I'm gonna grab a bottle, get more water. I'm good.
It's fucking freezing in here.
You want to?
Can we at least ask them for some old blankets?
I mean, Koi will like produce her own blanket.
I'm still waiting for my food.
Yeah, we haven't eaten yet.
Goliath will,
Yeah, it's only like 7:30 and y'all are bedding down.
in his,
Yeah, we want food in bed.
What else is there to do? Like, in his bag of holding, he has a tent big enough for 2, which I would assume would include stuff to sleep in.
I mean, you have bed rolls.
Yeah, so I have stuff if you need it.
Right about that time, you hear
Yeah.
on the door from the kitchen.
Just,
Hello?
what is it?
Thanks.
They just hand you a tray and it's got like 6 bowls on it.
What is it?
Food.
What kind of food? Rude.
Do you think they know I killed Simon?
I don't know if I'd be screaming at the top of their lungs around here.
Hey, we apparently have immunity. What does it matter?
We don't have immunity. We are just currently safe because she's using us.
Here's the thing. They probably do know that.
Good. Excellent.
Anyway, what is this?
It is actually like a stew. The meat in it you would recognize as venison.
Oh, is it like a venison chili?
Pretty much.
Delicious.
It's a little liquidier. It's not like chili. It's like it's like venison stew with like beans and meat.
Oh, yeah, that
she's
sounds
gonna start
delicious.
passing that shit out.
Sorry, you didn't tell him.
That's okay. I've got
What's wrong?
my fruitcake.
What's wrong?
He's a vegetarian.
I will
I'm
trade
knocking on
you.
that door.
I was gonna say I will trade you all of the vegetables
I've
in
got
this
it.
thing.
I'm not a vegetarian.
I thought you said Barl was a vegetarian.
No. Why would I be taking lizardmen tails and smoking them?
Oh, right. What was I thinking of? Was
Barl.
it you that was a vegetarian? No.
I am
No, I
definitely
eat-
not a
Coin
vegetarian.
eats anything.
I literally ate Gristle Pete's mystery meat stew.
That's true.
Oh, I remembered. It was in It was in Mopsy and Shannon's D&D that had the vegetarian. Never mind. Sorry, you're handed stew.
I'll start eating this.
Goliath is going to reach in his bag holding and take out a little bit more of his mama's bread. That's good bread.
I
I'm
imagine-
fucking sick of bread, man.
I imagined you reached into your bag to get your bread and Snapper was like, here, go.
His
Thanks.
corpse is just like here.
It's like in his mouth, like. Technically, the items don't interact with each other in there, so.
Spoon out a little bit of the stew, take a little piece of the venison, hand it to Inky. Thank you. You're welcome. Thank you!
Koi's just gonna like consistently sip at this stew and just put it all in her mouth.
At some point, he just.
He just drops it
Yeah.
on the floor. I'm not eating it.
Thank you.
Well, you tell him, Inky.
Fuck you.
Thanks.
Bitch.
You wanna fucking go?
Ah, shit.
You gonna have a problem here, Inky?
Hello. What's up?
That's what I thought. It's pretty
He's like,
bad.
what's up?
Inky, please behave yourself. Thank you.
Okay, so y'all eat, and then I assume y'all probably just dick around for a little while until you go to bed.
I can
Well, I'm
draw.
not
I
allowed
found
to
this
do
deck of
knowledge,
cards.
so I
It
technically
came
still
in
have
this
something
weird
I wanna
sleeve.
do,
Oh,
so now no longer result in anything because I'm not going to meta.
Right.
I'm going to doodle.
Goliath will at some point in like the late into the night when everyone's kind of asleep, quietly get up, leave the room, and head for his mom's room.
Okay. As you get to the room, there is a sign on the door that says "Stepped Out."
I want some stew.
He is going to take the note out of his pocket and read it.
I haven't written the note yet, which
He
is
is
why you're
going to.
supposed to read it tomorrow.
Well, it's late at night and she's gone, so.
You probably should have just had the note prepared anyway.
I didn't know if y'all were even going to come here.
Yeah, there was a lot of this that was like.
Then he doesn't do that. He just kind of like.
Okay. Sorry.
And, takes his own note out, looks at it for a second, and then puts it away again. Okay. And, then goes to bed.
She was gonna get to the edge range of the sending stone and say goodbye to you, but you already used it.
I had something I was going to do, but it's fine.
What are you
Technically,
doing?
I
What are you
could still do
sniffing
it,
so
but it
long?
wouldn't.
Oh.
I'm going to meta slightly. It like would have no meaning because out of character we would all know she's not there. So
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
Okay. You just head back.
yep,
Okay.
he's kind of like dejected about it. Like, oh, okay.
This doesn't really have any consequence, but it's cute and fluffy, and I wanted to say it anyway. Could Koi and I do that artist game where you, like, collaborate on an image as you're making it. Like you add a few things and then pass it, and then they add a few things.
Drawing adventure.
Drawing adventure. That's what it was called. I want to go on a drawing adventure again.
There is literally a game for it now named Gartic Phone.
Oh, I know. I'm aware.
Okay, so anybody else want to do anything?
I want to eat
Pass it the
fruitcake
fuck
after
out.
my stew. Because that was not enough stew for Big Man.
You recover 1 HP. If you eat another one, you recover another HP.
I'm not missing any.
Correct. Okay, so as you guys go to sleep, Darky.
Oh, come the fuck on.
I told you this was coming. So, as you all go to sleep, Darky, you will wake up, and all around you is pure black.
Yeah. Like I can't even see my hand in front of me, or like.
No, you can.
Cool.
You can see your hand in front of you as if it's lit up. But there's no obvious source of light, and there's no shadow.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello? Goliath?
You, for a second, think you see something move, but it's blackness moving across blackness.
Yeah.
You hear a small, like, whoosh behind you.
Turn around, fucking. Who's that?
Behind you stands a woman.
Okay.
She is draped in a black cloak.
Okay.
She has a hood up.
Okay.
You can't see, like, her arms or her features, and all over her cape are feathers. Black feathers.
Hello? Who are you?
I suspect you already know who I am.
That does confirm it. Do you want me to bow or something?
You may do as you wish.
She'll take a knee.
You have been busy lately.
Yes, ma'am.
You've almost entered my realm a few times.
Yes, ma'am. Out of my carelessness.
It has not quite been your time yet. As for your carelessness, I would suggest being a little more careful. In the meantime, you have earned a few more pieces of the object you're constructing.
Yeah.
She lifts her hand out, and you see this, like, very pale white skin tipped with black sharp nails. She snaps her fingers, and then around you appears a swath of black feathers in, like, a fan shape. And also what appears to be... The best way to describe it is an orb with crow's eyes. Or 2 orbs with crow's eyes on them.
Thank you.
Over time, you will be able to earn the other 2 pieces. As for these, you have managed to complete 2 of the other challenges we have given you.
Challenges?
The first of which was to come as close to death as you could while protecting someone.
I did sure fucking do that.
The second was to deal enough damage that you could possibly harm a demigod, as you demonstrated today.
Yeah,
I was originally coming here just to give you the feathers.
Thank you for giving me the opportunity to earn more of these pieces.
She snaps her fingers again, and the handle appears. And as the handle appears, the eyes kind of like float down towards it, as well as the feathers. The feathers kind of spread out, and you see like they curve up and around where the eyes are, and then back along where the handle is. But it still seems like there's a lot missing. Not even just the blade, but something else seems to be missing. You're most of the way there.
Am I allowed to know what I have to do to earn the rest of it?
No.
I thought so. Yeah, it doesn't hurt to ask.
Crow seems to like you.
Yeah, he's growing on me.
Crow does not take too many.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like the kind who would.
He usually goes for the stubborn ones. Much like himself. One of my newest, but I very much enjoy having him around.
He's funny sometimes.
He does his job to a fault. Remember that when you ask for his assistance. And she snaps her fingers, and you wake up.
Fucking. Everyone's asleep, I assume. Just fucking pull that close.
As you pull him closer, Jay. No fucking.
What's up?
Nothing. Just,
You okay?
yep, meeting gods and shit.
Ah, I'm no stranger to doing that in my sleep.
Yeah.
I don't even think it's weird. Have a good talk?
That's got a half tarantula right there. I don't even think it's weird.
They're half asleep, so like each of them is covering half the voice. Like,
Yeah, just
everything okay?
meeting the goddess of death, that's all. Yeah, go back to bed.
Well. This is the life.
And that is where we will call this session.
Cool.